That's what I'm gonna do.
I would
11
go
a.m.
on a
Young
walk at
people.
10 o'clock at night, considering it's the Walky Talky podcast that we're live on.
That's like the whole my gym partner's a monkey thing. Like we hardly ever
that
saw
show.
those guys in gym class, right? You know, like it was a big part of the show, but I never saw them in gym class. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Did
Well,
you guys
King
watch
of
that
Chaos,
show? Neither of you watched
I
that,
hate
did
to
you?
I
I
did.
hate to break it to you, but I'm not going for a walk at 10 at night. I'm going for a walk at 11 at night.
Oh yeah, you're an East Coaster. Yeah, you hippies on the East Coast be doing whatever you want. Lucky punks. Some of us normies don't have that luxury. It's still probably bright out. Wait, no. What am I saying? I have
Well,
more.
to be
I'm
fair-
in Central Time.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
I got Central Time.
the time literally makes no difference to me. I could walk at 5 p.m. or 5 a.m. It's the same thing.
Yeah, as
Yeah, I
long
don't
as
know
there's
about that.
light, which I
Shit.
drive to a spot on my old college campus to do that,
What a
so I don't have to walk
loser.
in the
He has
dark.
to drive somewhere to walk. Imagine
How many
not
people
walking
is
there
there
to walk.
Right now.
Well,
Does that
wasn't
mean
the
we're not gonna
question
stream it?
obvious?
What is this question neither of you have actually asked me? I'm just so curious.
Oh,
'cause, like,
shouldn't
you're
it
like,
be
we have a question for you,
obvious?
and no one has asked me it.
Oh,
Wait, what are you talking
I know what
about?
he's talking about.
What are
Kamui,
you
he's
talking about?
talking.
I know
What
what
I'm
he's
talking about,
well,
Kamui?
oh no, I know what he's talking. I know what he's talking
Okay,
about.
okay.
Oodie.
Well, I'll be honest,
that's
King
not
of
gonna
Chaos.
Making sure.
I'll be honest, King of Chaos. That question is something that Immortal wanted me to ask you.
Immortal?
Immortal Phoenix,
They sound
yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, he wanted me to ask you the question because he didn't want to do
What's
it
the
himself.
question?
But, well, Immortal's here now, so I guess Immortal, since you're here, you might as well just ask it yourself. Sorry to put you on the spot like that, but
I
Wait,
can't
what?
stand black people.
yeah.
Wait, what?
All right, go ahead, Immortal.
Black people. I'm lost interest.
Wait,
If the next
Immortal,
thing out of
just
anyone's
ask
mouth isn't the question, the answer is no. I don't even care what it is.
All right, Immortal,
I'm
ask
gonna
your
say no to be
question.
defiant.
Ask King of Chaos your question.
Get it off
what
your
question?
chest. The one you were dying to ask.
Go ahead, Immortal.
What do
We're
you mean?
all waiting. Just ask it.
Go
Go ahead. Don't need to be shy.
Immortal, you've
don't
been
know.
dying to ask a question for years now. You might as well just do it.
So
Has he even
Immortal,
known me for years?
it's been
Wait,
years,
what?
yeah.
I thought it'd been like maybe a year and a half. Well, no, it's been years, yeah, because he's known me longer than my boy's been alive. Boy's getting too old. Oh boy.
When you first said your boy, I thought you were talking about like a friend, but you literally met your child.
A boy. Call
Your
him boy. That's actually what I call him. It's not his name.
Oh, okay.
His name is the same as my name. But I don't
Oh,
want
so
the
it's King of
government knowing
Chaos?
that. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's you.
What's that?
Well, Immortal, if you don't ask King of Chaos, you can always ask his child.
That's
What
true.
the fuck? Fucking boy. Now you're bringing boy into this. What did he do?
Well, that's what
it's
we're.
not me. It's Immortal.
Yeah.
Immortal ain't has shit to do with this. Nah. There is no
hey,
damn- y'all
don't
could've just
take
said
that
you
up
missed
with me, King of Chaos. Argue with Immortal about that one.
You guys could have just said you missed me. And I would have been like, I miss you too. I'm
We
sorry.
did.
I've been super busy. I've been meaning to harass. You do not have to come up with imaginary questions to ask me.
Immortal. We say King of Chaos, even though we never said it.
You never said
That's
what?
it. Well, I mean, I've said all I really need to. I feel like at this point.
All right, so just some bullshit. Okay, just wanted to make sure it was nothing important. You
Well,
guys just missed
King
me
of
or
Chaos, that
and you're
depends.
bored.
Do you
It
think
was
that
the most important
do you-
thing for right now.
Oh, okay.
Exactly, because do you think that the Sasuke retrieval arc is just bullshit? I'm kind of confused. One of the most
Me?
important fights of all Naruto. Yeah, I mean,
Why would you think I think it's bullshit for starters?
well, based off your response to what I just said,
You know,
it seems like
following
it's
that
the
train
only
of logic.
conclusion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys are
using
some
modus
damn fools.
ponens for this one.
Yeah.
Bonus what? Y'all just using a bunch of words I don't understand. But I'm immune to that. You know, I don't have. I'm immune to that tech. I mean, if you're honestly asking me about that arc, I don't know. I don't think it's bullshit. I mean, I don't know, yeah, actually, maybe a little bit, only for the fact that all the Jonin and Chunin were gone out of the whole village that could have helped, and like that she could only send those Genin and Shikamaru.
Well,
That's the only part of it I
What
think
if-
I'd probably
I
call.
do
What if I
remember
told you?
hating the Neji fight.
The Neji fight between Neji and Naruto. That was kind of. I don't know if Naruto should have won that one. I think it might have been better had he lost. Better for the narrative.
Oh.
Well, don't tell
Well,
that to
I think
Mr.
you're gonna
Spirally.
love Mr. Spirally. Yeah.
Kamui, I love
We gotta link that up.
that we both associate that with that. So stupid.
But Umberto, stop beating around the bush and get
Are
to
we
the
not
point.
going to talk about Boruto? Because I thought you guys wanted to ask me about my infinitely good takes on it, like how Amato is already gotten all the
Immortal did want to ask you that. If you would please go ahead.
Yeah, Mortal, you might as well ask now. Your Boruto question. I guess.
Go
ahead.
I mean, we don't have all day, Immortal.
Dude, I don't know why they're being weird. You can ignore these two Beavis and Buttheads. I don't know what they put you on the spot. You probably don't have any fucking clue what they're talking about, do you?
Immortal, do you remember that video that I clipped out of a podcast titled "Immortal Struggles to Ask Hot Boy a Question for 16 Minutes"? Do you remember that video, Immortal?
What?
It's probably been like a while since I've seen that video.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it sounds like you remember it. So how long do you think this video is going to be? This current one?
Wait, am I the hot boy in this sense? Because I'm pretty sure I'm older than all y'all. I don't know if I can be a boy, because boy is boy. I mean, I could be a big boy, I guess. No Diddy, no Drizzy. And secondly, probably more importantly than even that, what the? Are you saying he's hitting on me?
Well, are you spicy?
Because my wife will not appreciate that.
Well, this might be related to Immortal's question, for all we know.
My wife? I swear, y'all just freestyling at this point.
No, he's talking with the YouTuber Hot Boys. He's talking with the YouTuber Hot Boy Spicy.
Are you guys just waiting until you get the actual stream up to talk about? So you're saying random things to confuse us?
Oh, no, we've been live since a couple minutes now.
What happened?
Yeah, we're just waiting for Immortal to ask his question already.
Exactly.
I don't know what question would that be.
You're really struggling with this question, Immortal. I believe in you, though. One of these
Immortal, are
minutes
you trying to break your record, or are you trying to are you trying to break the record in the increase the time way, or are you trying to win that 100-meter dash and break the record by being quicker than last time?
What is he saying?
I have no idea. Okay. So let me just come up with the question. So what did you think about, Kawaki? What did you think about the ending of the chapter and what will happen going forward?
Immortals waited months to ask you that, King of Chaos, just so you know.
Oh, that's great. Now let me answer the damn question, Ood-kun. God damn it. All right. Now, honestly, I think that Amato kind of has everything he needs to basically take over the ninja world now. Because he's got basically a pacifier on Kawaki he can activate whenever he wants to. I mean, I don't know how strong Kawaki is in base form without any of his limiters on 100% defense. But I kind of have it in my head. I just imagine Amato being like, oop, I lowered you down to 0%, so you're just as strong as you would be. And remember the whole thing about him not training and not relying on ninjutsu? So I just imagine that would make him super weak. I don't know. And between that and now he is Kashin Koji, I feel like he's going to be trying to, I don't know. I don't know what the hell he wants Kashin Koji for, honestly. I mean, I know that he's probably intrigued by his ability to see the future or whatever, but it really doesn't seem like that should be a priority right now, given the Shinju and how he's actively helping people. I mean,
to be honest
the guy could have went off and beat his, went off to try to attack Amato. He literally let him slide, and the guy is like, nah, let's go fuck with him. And Kawaki doing it is so weird. Why does he why? What did he get out of that? He better have gotten something, otherwise he's just being weird. There's a lot of character for him, I guess. I guess that's what I think. It just seems a little strange that Amato got his way that easy.
16 minutes. Remarkable.
I think I might plan on streaming today.
Okay,
I was planning on streaming on Twitch, but
W.
Nice.
Why don't you stream on Snapchat Live, Immortal?
What?
I don't
uses
stream on
that.
Snapchat.
No one uses Snapchat Live. I can't even.
That's exactly why I think Immortal should do it that way.
No competition.
Yeah, exactly. Immortal will be the first.
Yeah.
And only. One person watching them probably gonna be a strange audience. He may not want watching them. A very unique audience.
Well, Immortal might be able to build an entirely new audience out of this one.
Yeah, sus fan base, more like it.
By the way,
Oh, no, what do you
Kamui,
guys think of the chapter? Then I guess I'm really curious here because for me it makes
Actually,
no sense that Kawaki is just like, hey, sure, why not? I'll help you. Like, what does he get out of it? He's selfish. He
well,
don't help nobody for free.
he got, I mean, Amado's stuff, like Amado's doing the modify him on the fly thing that Kawaki
yeah, but
wanted.
to
he
be fair,
already had
Kamui,
that.
I mean, Kawaki's just being stupid. He could leverage that against Amado.
What do you mean? In what way?
Kawaki already said until he defeats all the Shinju, he's not gonna revive his daughter. So what's Amado gonna do? Keep him at 0% and have Kawaki not defeat the Shinju and have Kawaki not put the Karma Seal on the daughter?
That's not what Amado is doing in this chapter. He was saying, he's saying, I know you're not going to revive my daughter yet. Instead, this is the deal. The deal is you do this Kashin Koji thing for me, and I'll do
I don't think
this.
he said it was a deal.
I know.
I think he just asked him to do him a favor. That's what gets me. I'm pretty sure he asked for him to do him a favor. I could be wrong.
No, I know.
And if he did,
Kawaki,
that's the problem. Like, why would
Kawaki said, like, hey, just so you know, I'm not going to revive your daughter, as I already told you. And he said, no, actually, this is what I want you to do instead.
No, but Kamui, I don't think you understand. What's different from this time from when Boruto told him and Kawaki went to him and threatened his life to change it, so he had to change it? Why can't Kawaki just do that?
Like, threaten him again? I mean, I guess I don't think he asked him like as a quid pro quo. I'm pretty sure it was a damn favor. Like, hey, there's something else I want you to do for me, type shit.
Yeah, well, he said the way he worded, at least in the viz, because that's what I'm directly referencing, because I don't remember myth and translation anymore.
But if it's on the viz, then that's fine. I'm like,
the way he said it this time was, if you want my help with this, then I have this favor to ask of you. So he does say favor, but he also says if you want my help, I want you to do this.
But again, Kawaki is stupid for not leveraging this against Amado. Kawaki has the power here.
Like, I'm just saying it's out of character. Like, normal Kawaki to me would be like, dude, fuck you. I'm not doing anything for you. You're gonna do this for me anyways. Because,
exactly.
Again, you have no choice. I just don't know why he chose to help him. I mean, sure, it doesn't hurt anything, but Kawaki's a dick. Like, he doesn't help people.
Exactly.
Well,
so I think the favor is entirely something Kawaki would have wanted anyways. Like, if Amado told Kawaki, oh, go pick up trash around Konoha for 5 hours, I think Kawaki's just not going to do it.
Yeah, well, I think, so there's a couple of factors, because one is the potential of off-screen. Did Amado just, because obviously Amado explained the plan off-screen, did he also off-screen explain why? Was this a benefit to Kawaki? Did Kawaki agree based on the explanation?
Oh, I think Kawaki would have just agreed anyways, considering it's Koji. He already knew Koji was alive. Koji, the car inner that's helping Boruto, who he has this alliance with, who he doesn't want to have the alliance with.
Though. They literally have a truce.
But right now,
that doesn't mean that Kawaki doesn't want to kill him.
Yeah, but Koji's helping him against the Shinju who Kawaki wants to kill. So Amado would have to give him a reason why he needs Koji off. Like, Amado would probably need to give Kawaki. I'm not saying it'd be hard to convince Kawaki, but Amado would reasonably need to give him a reason to say, "Hey, this is going to benefit you."
Well,
like,
especially
for example, it's just a hypothetical. Hypothetical. Because Koji's got 10 directions. That's very useful against Shinju, right? I'm making up a hypothetical. I'm not saying this is the case. But if Amado said, hey, Kawaki, help me shut down Koji, because I'm going to steal 10 directions so I can help you with the Shinju, but then you don't have Koji helping Boruto anymore, because now it's me helping you.
See, that would make sense. If they say that, I'll be happy. I just need them to say that.
First of all,
obviously, I don't think there's any issue with Ikimoto waiting on that reveal, because that's a pretty big reveal. So it makes sense to, like, not spill that immediately.
I think that that deal with Boruto was shaky at best from its foundations, but once Kawaki got that first limiter change, he got that power spike, you could argue he no longer needed Boruto or the Alliance, he just hasn't said anything or broke it off. But especially now, with its other additional, like, third Amado upgrade, I think that he'd be willing to kill Boruto at any time.
I think it depends. When Kawaki said he feels like Jura's within reach,
exactly.
It depends on whether he meant under the assumption of teaming up with Boruto, or if he meant solo. It depends on what he meant when he said that.
I think he meant solo
they
because he
could
only
have been
fought him
either.
solo. In fact, he didn't even see Boruto fight him, so he doesn't know how Boruto did against him.
I mean, he should be solo considering he was like winning, but without even using karma too. That's my big. Well, we'll get to that. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna switch to my phone because I'm gonna start going for a walk. So give me a minute to disconnect.
Well, Immortal, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Honestly, if Amato is capturing Kashin Koji for a specific reason, which could be with dealing with the Shinju, then I can definitely see how 10 Directions could be useful in that regard. Because even though he's not seeing the future, he's seeing possible narratives or outcomes that can help him, that can help guide him towards whatever future that he's looking forward towards. And with Kawaki knowing about this, it could technically make him force, whatever outcomes he wants in order for a specific future that he believes would benefit him would come about. I think I was talking to you guys about a theory that I had about, this whole entire thing. And it's kind of crazy because this chapter nearly aligns with the theory that I've already had.
What are you referring to? I missed the first part of your thing. So what theory are you referring to?
I was talking about my theory on how, on really how the future would be destroyed.
Okay.
Going back to the flash forward scene. We were talking, and we in the dialogue between Boruto and Kawaki, man, I was like, so maybe the future isn't destroyed in a sense where, Kawaki just had this huge battle with Borishiki or just the Shinjus, which they could play a part in that, but I feel like the true reason why the future becomes this catastrophic, disaster where Konoha pretty much is completely destroyed. And it looks like there's just no coming back from it. But I feel like the true reason is that Kawaki himself becomes a singularity of fate, similar to Boruto, Kashin Koji, and Ada. And singularities are pretty much things that kind of deviate from the normal rules of, I would guess, not really the universe, but you get what I'm talking about if you read the chapter where Kashikoji explains what singularities are.
Well, which one of those 5 chapters are you referring to?
I'm talking about chapter 14, I believe, or chapter...
It's chapter 13, but I was saying
chapter
as
13.
So the first time.
5 freaking times at least.
Yeah. So my theory is this. Based off of this chapter, which we've seen, we've already seen the pieces being played and moved into certain directions, like pretty much 5D chess, if you want to see it like that. Kashin Koji has already been captured by, Kawaki, and it's going to be reverse summoned back to the lab. And there's going to be a chance that, they'll have Kashin Koji, they'll probably interrogate him. I don't know if they're actually going to, politely ask him a few questions. I think Kawaki wouldn't be in the mood for that.
Cyborgs, they can just pull their brain data, I'm guessing, right? Like he probably put him to sleep.
I think what Abner's going to do is what he did with like Delta's memories and just download.
Interesting.
That's all he needs. He can literally just download Koji's memories
and then erase the fact
That's
that he was there.
True, yeah.
And then erase the fact that he was there, and then like send him back and be like, huh?
He could do that, or he could. There's no reason to send him back. Honestly, he could just keep Koji locked up in his cage. He could have Koji keep doing what he's been doing, which means there's no reason why Kawaki wouldn't think that's only a good idea. If anything, get him away from Boruto, because who knows how much stronger Boruto could get under Koji's whatever from Kawaki's perspective, since Kawaki didn't know what's happening.
Exactly.
He doesn't want Boruto to get any stronger. He can deal with Boruto now, possibly. If Boruto gets infinitely stronger, who knows? So definitely keep Boruto away from Kawaki.
This is why
But he can also
Koji
use
is
it to
such
leverage more like upgrades from future knowledge for Kawaki too.
Yeah, like what is in the future? You have this type of technology.
Well, but again, ignoring Boruto, Koji can keep doing what he's been doing with helping everyone against the Shinju. It's just that Amado's not gonna let him go. But he would still do that
Well, what
anyways,
I-
assuming
what I
he's
was
being
mostly
honest with that.
imagining Is,
Well, you think Boruto's gonna
like
let
almost
that
like
slide?
Amino puts him on like an
Why not?
autopilot to where Koji's alive, so he can keep getting updates. But like Amino's controlling him, or he's just like
Okay.
a mindless puppet that's feeding 10 Directions updates to him.
Boruto
basically.
Yeah, I
would
don't
never
think there's
go for
anything
that.
wrong with that. Well, Boruto doesn't like Koji anyways. He doesn't trust him, and he actively
But he
dislikes him
uses
now,
him.
especially.
He does use him. He's not gonna leave. Nah, because Kashin Koji is the one who's been helping. Like, for example, the information that he's been providing him for Boruto is, I mean, it's more factual. It's like you can't be mad at Kashin Koji for what like he
Tell it
perceives
to
the
Boruto.
future path to go.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Boruto has.
But it's
gone
more
bad,
so-
but to be fair, would he trust Amino more than Koji? Probably
Yes.
not.
Yeah,
I
like,
feel
what?
like Inojin, after what happened, I feel like Inojin genuinely likes Koji. Boruto doesn't. It's the opposite.
I agree.
I
So,
agree.
Like Inojin
What-
feels like he's like on good terms with Koji. Like they're like he's. I mean, Koji's viewing Inojin like any other tool on the
Yeah.
chessboard.
resource.
But
Be available whenever I
yeah.
call you. I was like, damn. I'm like,
So-
shit.
I think what this boils down to is, I guess, Boruto kind of not just trusting him, Kashin Koji, but it's more so like the moral ambiguity of it all. Mainly because
that's
the
what
fact
he
that
doesn't trust about him is what
Yeah.
is he not telling me? What's gonna happen that he won't say?
yeah, because it's like he witnessed the fact that Yodo had to be sacrificed in order for Sarada to reawaken her Mangekyo during the fight against Ryu. And so he literally asked him, was this really the only way for this to happen? Did you know about any of this? He started questioning Kashin Koji.
He's
I
definitely
guess
Koji's
yeah.
gave Inojin the context that hey, if I tell you guys what happens, it changes what happens. So if I'm not remember the whole conversation about so if you're not saying anything, that means things are going on the right path, right? And he didn't say anything. It's like he's definitely talked to Boruto about his ability. It's not as if Boruto doesn't understand.
We
He
saw
can't
that on
just-
screen.
Yeah, you
We
can't just
saw
tell him
it
everything.
Not more than once on screen.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
so it's like he can tell him, like you can't tell him everything. And Boruto, he may not like Koji, but I think he understands that the necessity of him and how. I mean, he's a ninja.
Yeah, I think Boruto understands. He just doesn't like it because Boruto's the
I don't
type
think he
of
might
guy
like
to
Koji
where-
though, right?
Koji, you can say if you tell me that Konohamaru is gonna die, that it's gonna ruin the future. But Boruto doesn't care because he wants to find a way to just save Konohamaru and not ruin the future. He's just gonna be like, I don't care if it's impossible.
He'll
I'm gonna
defy
do it
him
anyway.
for what he wants, but like that's why I think that when Kashin Koji mentions like, hey, as a result of me telling you these two potential outcomes, there's a new path where Code may potentially betray the Shinju and join us. It's like you can't. He may defy him, but I don't think that he's mad at him about these premonitions. Like it's
Well,
like
he's
hey,
mad about Yodo.
I mean, Mad Yodo died, but Koji didn't kill her.
It's more. It's
I
like
think Boruto entirely blames Koji for
I
Yodo.
agree.
What?
Yeah.
so it's more so like he could have told him about Yodo's death,
And
but the
what would that
problem
have
is,
Boruto sees
yeah,
that
the
blood on
problem
Koji's
is-
hands.
yeah.
I
So
don't
it's more
think that
so,
he-
yeah.
I don't think that their relationship is that strained. I don't think they're buddies. They're definitely not friends. But I do
No.
not think he blames
Well,
him.
King of Chaos, can you
Well,
tell
it's
me
more
why
so-
Boruto cared more about Yodo than anyone in the whole world?
Well, not
Mm, I don't know.
Because that's who
What I'm-
Boruto lost, thanks to Koji. Keep
well.
that in
I
mind.
see it as this.
Hmm.
I see it as this. Boruto felt like he should have been told about Yodo's death. He felt like that, he could have done something about it. But the problem is, if
Even
he
fighting her, though.
intervenes,
He wasn't even with them. He was dealing with what's his face, remember? Because he couldn't
Jorah?
show up was the whole thing.
yeah, Jorah. Yeah, Jorah is pretty much the reason why he couldn't show
I don't
up.
think that their relationship's that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but to me, it
It's
just
n-
feels like he's a ninja now. Isn't that the whole thing? Like he became a ninja. He understands that like sometimes that there's sacrifices have to be made and shit.
Well, it's
Boruto
more so,
doesn't
like,
accept that.
Naruto's-
Boruto's with
it's-
Koji out of necessity.
Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
It's. I think one thing we're missing is this. Boruto at the end of the day is Naruto's son.
Exactly.
So
Look at the very final panel of chapter 80 with Boruto.
whatever.
I think
So
like
I was gonna say Boruto can act more serious now. He is more serious now, but at his core, we see, like, for example, the latest chapter when he's talking to Sarada,
Yep.
he's being goofy. That's because Boruto is a goofy guy. Like, he's like Naruto in a lot of ways.
That's his
especially
true
personality-wise.
demeanor. The hard shell he has around himself is more of just like a defense for everything else. He doesn't want to be that. He isn't that.
And part of it's also because, he's not trying. I mean, Boruto could act like a complete goofball and make Kawaki look more and more sus. He's not trying to put pressure on Kawaki. I'm not saying he's putting on a Kawaki act, but he's not going out of his way to be anything more than just the guy who's helping the Leaf Village from the shadows. He's being Hokage. He's not trying to be the Hokage that his personality low-key is. He's going out of his way to kind of just be more of a Sasuke person, but that's not really who Boruto is. And it's very obvious when you get those moments where you can, like when Kawaki stepped on Konohamaru's face and Boruto's making that goofy face. Sasuke's not doing that face. Sasuke's not talking to Sarada about how hot he is or whatever. He's not gonna do that.
Well, interestingly, I don't think that Boruto, because you said something interesting, I don't think Boruto does have a true mindset or personality of that of a Hokage, because I don't consider a Hokage to be a good person. Hokage is someone who's willing to sacrifice themselves to save the village. I don't think Boruto would do that. I think he would accept neither. He wouldn't be willing to sacrifice himself.
No. Okay,
you don't think he'd sacrifice himself for the village?
Boruto tried to kill himself for the freaking Civil War.
Listen, we're gonna ignore that.
Nah, that was a pump fake.
Because that is Boruto. You're not. No. You of all people are not going to ignore the anime. We've also seen Boruto
you're not wrong.
Boruto sacrificed himself, like to have Kawaki kill him to save Naruto and his family and all that.
But Kamui, that's ignoring every other arc, including anime arcs.
He had the conversation with Sasuke about Sasuke asked him, "Are you willing to die for the village?" And Boruto's answer was yes, and he proved it in the Ishiki situation.
I do think Boruto's willing to die for the village.
No. I gotta call cap on that one, because Sasuke said, "Hey, if you were gonna do that, you shouldn't have threatened it. You should have just done it." Nah, that was a pump fake.
What I mean by self-sacrifice is like what Hizashi did. I don't think Boruto would be willing to do that based on the Sumire arc. He wasn't willing to kill Sumire in the same kind of way.
Yeah, but Naruto's not willing to kill Sumire that way either. The difference is sacrificing oneself versus sacrificing another. Boruto and Naruto both won't sacrifice another, but they'll sacrifice themselves.
Hiruzen would have been willing to kill Sumire. So then I guess Naruto just doesn't have the mindset of a true Hokage. Mello was right.
Well, he has the mindset. But he has the mindset of the current Hokage.
Okay. If you want to argue the current Hokage is different from how the Hokage has been, that's a different argument. I was saying that I don't think that it has changed.
To be different. Like, Naruto has a lot of similarities, of course, but he is meant to be fundamentally different in many ways, too. The whole point is that the system's changing. That should include the Hokage.
Let's ask this.
So
let's ask this.
Sense that way.
Do you think that, hypothetically, Momoshiki is infinitely stronger than Naruto when he shows up? Momoshiki is Shibai. If Momoshiki came to Naruto with the ultimatum, you have to sacrifice yourself and I'll leave the village alone, would Naruto take that?
Yeah, but so would Boruto.
No, he wouldn't. Naruto would fight. He'd be like, I don't have
Exactly.
to do that.
Exactly. Naruto would fight. And I think the same would apply to Boruto. I do think Boruto's like Naruto in that regard.
Okay.
Well, then you agree with me that Naruto and Boruto are the same, because my thing is they're the same.
Well, yeah. No, I agreed from the get-go.
In that regard, I agree, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Naruto has that traditional Hokage mindset.
I was to be fair, but you also see them with Jigen. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm fighting you, bro.
Exactly. So there you go.
I remember that scene. Boruto gonna put that knife up
and put
it down real quick.
The Baryon mode shows that he's willing to sacrifice himself if it's the only option. But
no, but so is Boruto. Boruto's willing to fight to the death.
Nah, going into battle, everyone knows you could potentially die.
But that's different, Kamui, because they don't think they're going to die. They're fighting, so they don't die.
I know. I agree. All I'm arguing is that Boruto and Naruto are the same. And I
agree.
I'm saying Naruto
with their mentality
has its differences from previous Hokage.
Well, that's where that whole argument comes down to.
Like a Hokage.
Yeah, so that's the semantics of the traditional Hokage, their mindset.
Hokage, I don't know.
But I don't
think
but
about
but-
Hashirama. He wasn't a killer either, was he?
He killed Madara.
I mean,
Madara.
after how long?
He said he'd be willing to kill his own child.
I mean,
You'll be willing
I
to
can
sac-
say
if
I'm
the
willing to.
child is going against the village.
And so the question is Naruto
But you
like
see
that? We never
immediately,
got the
Naruto's
answer.
different from Hashirama in that way.
We never got
What?
the answer to whether or not Naruto would be willing to kill Boruto to save the village.
No, he
Well,
couldn't.
I'm going off of Sasuke. I'm going off of Sasuke to say that's Naruto's answer to all of those. The parent, child, friend, whatever. I think Naruto's answer is the same for all of them.
What do you mean?
But he wouldn't do it with Sasuke, and I think that applies to his child or his parents or whatever else. Like
That he
the
wouldn't.
Hashirama, like being my brother, parent, or the brother,
Okay.
child, or friend. Whatever you wanna
That's
order.
fair, but at the
Um,
same time, why is he hyperventilating and stuff in the Boruto era, holding Boruto, thinking about killing him, holding a kunai to his back as he's sleeping in his arms? Why he knows Sasuke's deal with Boruto. Sasuke is willing to kill Boruto. Naruto knows that. He's not talking to him. He's not trying to stop him. If anything, he's probably letting him do it. So it comes down to, would
No, he's
Naruto be
not.
willing to
He's
do it with
trying
his
to
own hands, or would
he's
he
trying
be
to
willing to
stop
let it
Kawaki.
happen?
No, because he tried to stop Kawaki. Kawaki was just too strong. And Boruto.
Well, that's
couldn't do
not
anything.
that's not the
Naruto did
same
a
thing.
10-hour-long run back to Boruto, but he was actively trying to stop it.
But that's different though, because that's not Naruto accepting, oh, Boruto's too far gone now. There's no other option. Am I willing to do this? No, he's just not pushed that far yet.
Naruto, I don't think Naruto will ever accept that. Like, the only possible area I'd be willing to discuss with that is if Momoshiki hit 100% like the normal way, was 100%, literally did the Ishiki resurrection with Jiken,
Yeah.
and it was irreversible, and now
Yeah.
they're just like, that's Momoshiki, it can't be Boruto.
No, but
that's the only
Kamui,
situation I have.
that was the scenario. The reason that Naruto isn't in that mindset is because of the pills. The pills stopped the extraction. Up until that, they said that Boruto has months to like 2 weeks. That Momoshiki could take over in 2 weeks. That's why Naruto was potentially willing to kill Boruto in that moment until Amado came in with the pills. Because again, Gaara's ultimatum isn't, oh, are you willing to do that once it happens? It's, are you willing to do it before it happens? Because if it does happen, you might not physically be able to stop him at that point.
Yeah, I know what Gaara's ultimatum is, but I don't think Naruto would have actually ever, like, he will consider it. He understands he probably should do it, but I think every single time, 10 times out of 10, he's gonna pull back before he actually does it. I don't think
Okay.
Naruto
As long as you agree, he wasn't just like, oh, intrusive thought, impulsively, oh, maybe I could consider. No, he was genuinely considering doing it in that moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Boruto would be the same way, to where he could consider it, but he's never gonna do it.
I don't know. Boruto seems like the type that is more stubborn than Naruto. He's more of a loser than Naruto, as Sasuke says. He seems like the type that's going to be a lot more bash his head against the wall if he's not going to do it, as far as he's concerned.
No, because the problem is we're looking at virtual kid Boruto, and versus
Well,
like
that's who we're
an
saying
adult
that Tubular
Boruto.
Vortex Boruto is at his core.
No, but the reason why I'm mentioning Kid Boruto is that I'm thinking of like part 1 Boruto versus part 1 Naruto, part 2 Boruto versus part 2 Naruto, and I'm like, I just am not seeing anything from Boruto that says he's any more than Naruto in that regard. If you want to say the super specific Naruto contemplating it in the anime only episode, by the way, with Naruto as a Hokage adult thing, where it's like you got like 1 day to figure this out. That's like, okay, you could see maybe Boruto's a little more headstrong than that. But I'm thinking like Shippuden Naruto versus TVB Boruto, and I'm like, nah, bro, Naruto's just as stubborn, if not arguably more.
So are you saying that
Naruto would have never let go of Yodo's death.
are you that's hilarious. Are you
Boruto
oh my
did.
god. Are you saying that that Boruto developed in part 1 to change that mindset, or that he developed from part 1 to part 2 to change that mindset?
Say that again.
Do you think that Boruto's mindset changed from the beginning to part 1 to the end of part 1, or from the end of part 1 to the beginning of part 2?
Mindset on what in particular? What specifically?
Because we agree that Boruto was like Naruto, and then you said something or the other, that something changed, or that he grew. Because you were comparing part 1 Naruto to part 2 Naruto, part 1 Boruto to part 2 Boruto. So my question is, what part of Part 1 Boruto are you comparing to Part 2 Boruto? Is it beginning of series Part 1 Boruto or end of series Part 1 Boruto?
No, you missed me. I was saying that I was comparing Part 1 Boruto to Part 1 Naruto, Part 2 Boruto to Part 2 Naruto. I was
well, yeah, but I think that Naruto in many ways grew and developed throughout Shippuden, and including Part 1. Do you think that Boruto's mindset changed from the beginning to the end of Part 1?
I mean, what ways are you referring to with Naruto when you say that?
With Boruto.
To help me. No, but I feel like my answer is gonna be dependent on what you mean when you say it with Naruto, because.
Well, let me give you an example with Boruto, because I do think Boruto's mindset developed. I don't think it necessarily changed, but it grew.
Well,
for example, he probably wouldn't be willing to sacrifice his life for the village at the beginning, whereas towards the end, at least the Ishiki arc onwards, he is willing to do that. I think that was a big growth development moment.
Yeah.
So, similar stuff for Naruto.
Well, I'm the reason why I didn't answer the question of Naruto, but I think they're just very much the same in this regard. Naruto's a little more outspokenly, like, for example, like Boruto has this one sentence of saying, I'll decide my own destiny, Momoshiki, but Naruto's going to go on and on for 20 episodes about it to Neji. So, like, Naruto's more outspoken about it, but I think their mindset's the same.
So you can have
but you could
that...
argue that Boruto considered it possible. But I'm not gonna make any of those arguments. I think Naruto just is a little bit more verbal about it. But I think their mindset.
Yeah,
basically
Naruto's a lot dumber too. That's also part of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like again, my point is, I think the actual mindset is pretty much 1-to-1. Like Part 1 Boruto, Part 1 Naruto, Part 2 Boruto, Part 2 Naruto.
So,
and you can see like with Kawaki, Boruto's not willing to end it as kill Kawaki. It's just the same as Naruto and Sasuke. It's like literally 1-to-1.
So Kamui,
I think they just are the same.
Are you saying?
Kill him yet? We do not know if he's gonna kill him yet. He could change his mind.
That's true.
Well,
too.
As of right now, though, he is not willing to, the same way that Naruto wasn't willing to kill Sasuke.
This is if we assume that,
Exactly,
anyways.
but
Could be
he's different. Like you said, he is more different
Boruto-
from Naruto. Naruto didn't mature as much of a ninja as Boruto has in this time. He really hasn't.
But that depends on your definition when you say that, though, because in the Naruto thematics, like Naruto not being the serious mission first tool guy, would actually be like the most ninja thing you could do, because the thesis statement on Naruto isn't
about
to be
overall
a tool,
mentality, though.
Well,
I mean, just think about their overall mentality and approach to things. Like Boruto, I mean, I don't know. I think Naruto definitely could have gone through what Boruto's gone through, this whole world being swapped and all that jazz. But the seriousness of his training, the perfection of his focus. I mean, come on, like time skips. Let's compare them. Let's go for the stats. Who came out looking like what post time skip? You know what I'm saying? Like,
So Colin,
I don't think it has anything. I don't think it has anything to do with their mindset. I think
it definitely does.
Has to do with it's the Koji's a cheat code hack, whereas Jiraiya's
Hold
a
up, Boruto had already mastered Uchiha style and was contending with code without his karma.
To make the point, tell me what Uchiha style is.
The Shuriken Jutsu.
He's not wrong.
So tell me
other applications of it. Other applications of Uchiha style that he can use. For example, he utilized basically a diet version of applying electricity to his blade to sharpen it. That's Uchiha style as sword users.
That's true.
No.
I got more.
Retcon that to Uchiha style.
Yeah, but that is a method of fighting they use.
Yeah, but we're working with the current story.
That's what they do though. Sasuke's literally there's like 2 Uchiha. Sasuke does it.
We actively see like 8 of them fight, and only Sasuke does it. And it's not because of Uchiha, it's because of Orochimaru. It's Orochimaru style. He taught him that.
Maybe Sasuke taught it to Orochimaru.
No. Wait, hold on. We've never seen these. When did Orochimaru ever do that with his sword?
He doesn't do that. We've seen Madara fight. He doesn't do that.
We've
briefly seen Izuna. He doesn't do that. We've briefly seen Shizui, especially in the anime. He doesn't do that.
But I'm just confused because you're saying one thing regarding like it being Orochimaru style and he taught him, but he didn't teach him that. Orochimaru's never used that. I've never seen
Orochimaru's the guy who taught Sasuke how to do the lightning style sword shit. That's what Sasuke learned over the time skip from Orochimaru. That's how
you know that. When did he say that one?
Yeah, we don't know if that's from Orochimaru. We know that Sasuke was training on his own, like doing the Shuriken training.
Scrolls probably know.
Sasuke doesn't have Uchiha scrolls. At Orochimaru is constantly moving hideouts on the run, hiding from.
No, but he has
everyone.
access to the Uchiha tablets. You saw that he was able to visit it before.
The
and then
Uchiha
there's
Stone
that-
tablet does not say anything about lightning style.
Prove it.
Black Setsu did not write that on.
Well,
Oh, no,
hey,
with
he
the-
could have been thinking ahead.
If Kekkei Genkai and styles like Fire Style and all that stuff is supposed to be allegedly, linked to like, genetics and bloodline, they would stand to reason that if your father has, Fire Style or whatever style, you're more likely to have.
It's a common trait among Uchiha.
You wanted
Yeah.
the
They're
Ninja
prideful
reincarnated to be
killing it,
strong.
But like Uchiha style, in terms of like Shuriken Jutsu, I'll give you that one because Itachi and apparently Mikoto Uchiha was like decent at it, but Itachi was better than her. Wait, we got that at least.
Well, I've got more besides that.
Sword
I've got
Yeah. Well,
not
real
Uchiha
quick, because I'm confused on what the point here is. Why does it matter specifically what Uchiha style is? Sasuke says that he taught Boruto everything he knows.
Yeah. I mean, you asked for examples. Like, what is the Uchiha style? So I was giving you some examples.
Well, okay, to be fair though, okay,
Why does
this
that
is
matter?
a little disingenuous, but it's realistic. So what does Sasuke know in Ikimoto's mind?
Okay, I have an example of this. I got one. So remember when Sasuke used his sword to like get untrapped by Mitsuki? That was kind of like a Michu,
Wait, what?
Sasuke's teleport thing. Okay, so Mitsuki pulled up on Boruto, Sumire, and Sarada. He trapped Boruto instantly. Boruto tossed his sword to unsheath it to teleport to it. It was almost like an Michu whatever Kara, like Sasuke used with his Rinnegan.
Mino Tejikara?
What
Yeah.
What scene are you talking about? What am I forgetting?
Like
I don't
chapter
know the
like
scene.
7 or 8
Yeah,
when he gets away
Boruto
from
sitting down
Mitsuki.
with Sumire. Boruto sitting down with Sumire and what's
Sarada.
her face? Sarada. And then all of a sudden, Mitsuki comes up and like traps him with the snake. Boruto thrusts his hip up and teleports to the sword. And I know it's like, okay, well, you just teleporting the sword.
Oh, you mean TBV? I'm thinking part 1
Bruh.
because you said Sasuke. Whatever. Well, that's not Sasuke. He used flying Raijin.
Huh?
Boruto
I
used
mean,
flying
yeah, I know, but
Raijin.
like, okay, but look at the style, the stylistic approach. That was like an Omija, whatever Kara. Come on, am I
Yeah,
not
okay,
wrong?
Meno
okay,
Tejikara.
okay, you
No,
can
I
see
do agree with
Boruto's-
him.
No, so my thing is this. Again, this is me just being mean to Ikimoto, but like the sword style, whatever. That's Sasuke all day long. You technically, so it's the lightning style. My thing is
Yeah,
that
his main arsenal.
I'm even okay with. Well, first of all, besides the fact that like most of the Uchihas we see don't even wield swords, I'm fine.
That's
with
not true. They're mostly
sword
Anbu.
sword.
They all have swords.
I think it's fair to say most
I'm
Uchiha
not
wield
counting
swords.
Itachi's Susanoo Toast
Yeah,
blade
they're
with the-
all literally Anbu. They're Anbu. They're the police, the military.
No,
police.
they're not. Only two.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. They're
Only
not all.
one
They're
was.
not. They are
Itachi
not all
is the
Anbu.
only
But they
Anbu.
are members of the police force, and the police force, I believe, they get swords, don't they, on their back as well?
From what we've seen, like all of them use swords. Like I don't know what Kawhi's talking about.
No. All of them.
Madara,
arguably all
Obito,
have swords and don't use
Sasuke.
them.
Itachi didn't use. Well, I guess he did. He did.
Itachi did, so
Shisui,
did
yeah.
Shisui.
He only did in the Anbu for the Uchiha massacre, and then immediately got rid of the sword. Didn't
I'm not
use it
saying he's a
before or after.
swordsman, but I am saying that could be a skill he learned. I mean, shit, I never saw the guy throw a kunai. I saw him throw shuriken after.
I mean, he killed
left
the
the village.
clan. Why would he use it after?
No, but Oodie, my thing is this: if you want to say, oh, the Uchiha all wield swords, you know who else is all wielding swords in that same photo of all those ninja? It's the Senju clan. Are we saying the Senju style of swordsmanship? No, nobody says that.
I mean,
they had to even out with the Uchiha somehow.
Swordship. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
but they're not.
Hashirama
calling it
had
the
a sword.
Senju. They're not playing it up as if they're
he
samurai.
didn't use it, but he had
They're
a
not
sword.
playing up the Senju like they're anything. They aren't in the story.
I mean, I agree with that, but like, well, to be fair, the Uchiha style is not a. Well, it's not a Naruto thing. It's a Boruto thing. And the Uchiha aren't really in the story either.
I think Uchiha.
I guess they're more in the story
the
than the.
shuriken, his mentality, purple lightning. Who taught him purple lightning?
Yeah, so getting back to mentality,
okay,
I
Sasuke
don't
doesn't even
understand the
have it.
point of the relevance here. I feel like it's just to bash on Ikimoto, which I'm all for, but I don't understand the relevance
Yeah,
to this
yeah,
argument.
no, I'm
I'm
just
pretty
saying
sure
that,
that's all it
like,
ever
Sasuke.
was.
My point was that like
Okay.
Boruto came out of this much more proficient because he had one, a better mentality, two, better teachers.
I
even though
agree.
you think one of them will be the same, and obviously as well better circumstances. No, I'm not gonna lie and say like getting the Kashin Koji cheat code didn't matter, but like Sasuke taught him some
I
tech.
think this. I think there's like 5 different reasons why Boruto came out better. Number one, Boruto had the fundamentals down. Jiraiya had to teach Naruto that because Naruto didn't have that. So
True.
Naruto doesn't quote unquote appear stronger because Naruto just already had all the chakra and power. He just sucked. And then Jiraiya was helping make him like more well-rounded as a ninja. And we just don't really get to see that in action too much because
But Kamui, don't
Naruto's
you think that's a
as-
problem? Naruto's strength is in what Jiraiya taught him against.
Damn.
Wait, what do you mean?
His sloppy around the house style is what he used to win all his fights, and Jiraiya's teaching him his weakness. No wonder he came out of the time
hold up.
skip
Wait,
feeling
that is
I mean,
weak.
to be fair, it completely goes against what he did in the tuning exams. Because in the tuning exams, it was to literally
down
just
what you're
got
good at.
through all that, which just focused on your strength.
Yeah, rough and gruff, getting down and dirty.
I do think to be fair though, I think he just changed his mindset because it was very much about Ninetales stuff. But then when that just kind of failed, I think their training just shifted, and that's really the reality. Why did Naruto come out
Took
so
3
bad?
years, by the way.
We wasted so much time training Ninetales, all for it to basically be pointless because there's just too Ninetales was too much. Wasn't really practical use for him. So like obviously when he uses the Ninetales, he's strong as fuck now. You see,
But
that
he
with
didn't
Orochimaru.
train that.
That's
I don't
like
understand.
control.
That Four Tails moment, that was 1 day. What did they do for the other 2.99 years? Again,
Well,
he
he
learned
almost- wait, hold up,
Rasengan
he
in a
almost-
week. He
he
learned what
almost
Rasen
trained-
Shuriken in 3 days.
He
They
almost
were
died.
training Ninetales stuff for a lot of it because we
Wait,
do
why
see
did
that.
Jiraiya
What did they train?
When
When he's- I disagree. I don't understand why or how he would have got Ninetales training in the first place. He didn't do that.
they were trying to get him to like use more than Ninetales' power.
He was
And he
weakening
needed
the
it
seal.
when
He
it
was
died.
unsealing it. He wasn't getting Naruto to train to use it.
No,
But
he was unsealing it and trying to get Naruto to master it. So like the unsealing it is just making it so he can use more. But they were training Naruto to like use that more chakra.
The training ended the moment Jiraiya unsealed it, and Naruto went unconscious every time.
2 things.
It was
One,
really,
he almost killed
he can get
Jiraiya,
more, but
which
I don't
made
think
it
that's all
dangerous.
I think you're understating what he actually did. Because for example,
With the
Jiraiya
Ninetales
literally
training?
Jiraiya taught Naruto a jutsu, the giant Rasengan, that required him to use the Ninetales' chakra, and Naruto just did that on command versus
I
Itachi.
completely disagree. I don't think it requires him to use Ninetales chakra.
That was literally the implication, if not statement, about it.
Nah, because he's got enough chakra for a giant.
Exactly. I don't think
but
that
they
makes
were-
any
but
sense at all.
In the scene itself, I mean, you could argue in hindsight, but in the scene itself, they're talking about showing us him using the Ninetales for that jutsu, talking about needing the extra chakra for that jutsu, and blah blah blah.
Well, no, I don't
guess
think
my
that's
thing
fair.
is-
Because
wait, I want to address something before you guys skip it. Because the reason they stopped the training was one, because Jiraiya almost died. And it's like, okay, yeah, you almost died once. It's only 1 day. Why would you Jiraiya that again? And two, why didn't Jiraiya teach him the shadow clone training method?
correct me if I'm wrong,
I didn't
wasn't
think of
also that Four Tails moment, wasn't that with Kid Naruto, not Teen Naruto? So again, what did he do for the other 2 years?
I mean, we
Fundamentals.
could have said he was a team. We could have said it was Team Naruto. We don't know. I mean, like he changed his clothes right before they came back, right?
But again,
Maybe a
Kamui,
different
the
outfit as a group.
fundamentals is bad because it's good for the writing of the series. I like that Kishimoto did it. But again, he's training Naruto on his weakness.
Well, no, but to be fair though, I feel like that's the wrong mindset.
Don't you train your weaknesses?
Yeah, you want to make your weaknesses not a weakness, so that's what he's
Or
doing.
less weak at least. So. If you're
Or
already
he could
super
just
strong,
train
you can do more
Naruto so his
harm.
strengths are even more of a strength. You get a bigger gap, more accelerated training over
Well,
time.
that's what he did in the tuning exams. However, if you're only as strong as your weakest link, so if your weakest links are holding you back from this point onward, yes, you should address your weakest
Things
link.
like breaking out of Genjutsu. Things like. I don't know.
But again,
like, it's
that
just like-
didn't
I honestly
actually
think
play
it was
up in the
Itachi
series. He
because
tried
Itachi-
and
You're
failed
right,
versus
because he failed.
Itachi. Then
Yeah,
Sasuke
you're right.
but
fodderized him,
not-
and then he was a
that's not a
perfect
slight on
Jinchuriki
the
for the rest
method.
of it. He got that for free.
It's not a slight on the method. It's just that Itachi's just that fucking good, and then Naruto never had a chance. But that's not because Jiraiya's teaching method's wrong. It's that he was just not going to work on Itachi.
Okay, then the next
What
one was
about
Sasuke.
Wait, say that again?
Sasuke,
Hey,
very next arc.
Yeah. He hit him with Genjutsu. He literally peered inside his soul.
Yeah, he that wasn't a genjutsu. He just did Sharingan magic that never happens again.
Okay, I would equate that to a genjutsu something or the other of the three.
It doesn't even make sense how. I mean, it doesn't make sense. He turned off Karama.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's Sharingan 9-tail suppression.
That's not a genjutsu. How else can you do that? How else could he have done that physically?
Exactly.
Unless he touched him with a seal. No, that's genjutsu. I'm calling it. Yeah, nah.
I don't know. I don't know how he did. He never does it again. Nobody else ever does this.
Okay.
I don't
When is he
Are you talking about when? Are you talking about when Naruto was put under genjutsu by Itachi? Like
no, that
they
is
were
the time that
Itachi
Sasuke
bridge
literally.
Sasuke just like put Karama away. He like squeezed them.
Well, it's clearly the 9-tail suppression he's doing there.
Yeah, we've seen people do that before. Minato does it.
Yeah, well, he does a seal. He doesn't just look at
Minato does it inside
But
of
in fact,
Naruto's
Naruto-
mind.
I clearly remember.
But it's clear it's dojutsu related.
Naruto wasn't even looking at Sasuke. Like, so I understand that not all genjutsu, visual genjutsu requires eye contact, but most of the Sharingan ones do. Like Kodomatsu
Itachi pointed at him. Itachi pointed at him and put him under genjutsu with his finger.
Thank you.
With his finger. Yes, it was. Itachi did do that. He did that when he pointed at him, and then he's like, Sakura, pour your chakra into me. I remember that. Unless it was anime only.
Yeah.
But again, that's not a ocular genjutsu. That's just the Itachi finger genjutsu.
Those. Okay, that's even better. Why couldn't he break out of that then?
First of all, Ephemeral isn't in the series. It's in like the data book or whatever.
It wasn't ocular jutsu, so why couldn't he break out of that one then?
Like we don't even know if it's actually a thing.
Strong as fuck.
But it's not his Sharingan.
Or actually, no, it's not. It's not in the data book. It's named in the video game. It's like Tengai Shinsei.
I don't know, y'all.
No, Tengai Shinsei is Madara's meteors. Ephemeral is the game.
No, I'm saying that they're named in the games.
Oh yeah, some of them are.
Well, I'm saying both of those jutsu are is my comparison there.
Okay, so were we talking about in reference to chapter 259?
I don't know the exact number. I'm not one of these
Because that's
nerds.
Feel free to share your screen, Immortal.
It was hold on.
Pull it up.
Let me go ahead.
Let
me go. All right, hold on. Let me pull that real quick.
By the way, I'm so down to do Mangekyo Genjutsu.
Boruto literally is all the fundamentals down. He has like the perfect teacher for him in Sasuke, and then he has Koji cheat codes. Like he's just obviously was gonna do, and it's Boruto.
And Jiraiya was the worst teacher for Naruto.
Like,
not this chapter.
I mean,
it would be like 100 chapters after this.
Kakashi's a better teacher, but Jiraiya was a better friend. So for the bond, Jiraiya is better.
Oh, I completely agree, Kamui. No, I 100% agree with that. But you're not taking away the teacher aspect.
Every time I
Jiraiya's Rasengan teaching, I guess, kind of worked, even though he just kind of walked away for it, but it worked.
I'm not gonna. No, Naruto taught himself with the Rasengan.
The fundamentals. Now think about all the fundamentals he taught him. Just don't seem like they've done anything.
Yeah.
Like he can't survive a regular finger pointing jutsu. He can't survive Sasuke's soul interpretation jutsu.
You can't say a regular finger point jutsu. That's freaking like an S tier.
Okay, sorry. A non-Sharingan genjutsu.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like it's Itachi. Itachi's finger genjutsu slams genjutsu specialist Jonin Kurenai's genjutsu. Like her best one is like way worse than Itachi's finger point genjutsu. It's literally like.
Well, first of all, no, that was the same genjutsu, assuming you believe the data book, and he literally reversed her genjutsu back onto her. She hit herself with her own genjutsu. It wasn't Itachi.
I'm not saying that Itachi did finger genjutsu. I'm saying that, and again, I don't have a...
Okay, well, Kamui clearly didn't hear what I just said.
I know, but all I'm saying is that Itachi's finger genjutsu is better than Kurenai's genjutsu.
We don't know that. Why are you saying that?
I agree. I said I'm not using a direct power scaling metric. I'm just appealing to... Yeah, hell yeah, it is. That's all.
But again, why are you saying that? Yes, I agree. Itachi's a better genjutsu expert than Kurenai. We don't know if all of Itachi's genjutsu are by default, even when Itachi's not trying. 30% Itachi, even whenItachi's not trying. His genjutsu are better than her best genjutsu.
I think the
that was a clone.
Gassed it up, bro.
That was a clone.
Gassed up his genjutsu.
Yeah, 30% of a non-Sharingan genjutsu is enough to do it. Then, like, I don't know what I don't know what they're doing.
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure they gassed it up enough that I think Itachi's Genjutsu just is that freaking goated. I mean, it's definitely crazier at the very
I should have
least.
used this
The
as an
current eyes
example
is just
against
all you got to
me
do
earlier.
is bite your lip. Actually, yeah, there you go. You have to. Naruto is trying to do the chakra method, the advanced method. It's not working. Kurenai just bit her lip and broke it.
Because physical pain can break you out of those things, right? That's why
Yeah,
Shikamaru broke his
like
finger when he got caught.
Does Jiraiya mention the physical pain? I feel like
No.
I don't remember if he does or not, but I do think the chakra method's probably better as long as you can do that method. Probably the more effective one if you can physically do the chakra molding. At least if you're like restrained to where you can't, then that's one thing. But
Yeah. Well, regardless of that, Kamui, you did mention Tsukiyomi. Do we want to touch that with the 10-foot pole tonight or not?
No. In fact, I want to go back like 5 topics to whatever.
Okay, we'll do that another time.
Or doing Sasuke and training and whatnot.
Okay, another time for
And I don't
Tsukiyomi.
even
Got
remember
it.
what we were discussing before that.
Real quick, Immortal, did you find something you wanted to present here?
Yeah, I think I have it on screen, but every time I press the tab, it just like pauses the stream or whatever it is.
Well, did you want to talk about it or not really? Or
well, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
So, you were mentioning how Itachi needed to, I guess, extend his finger out to put someone under Genjutsu. I was looking back at chapter 259 when he was putting Naruto under Genjutsu, and all he had to do was just clap his hands or just like stare at him with the Sharingan. Which, I mean, I guess maybe it's just 2 ways he can do that, but.
Well, he's just saying that like I don't need to have you look in my eyes. I can do it by even just a finger. I don't think he's limited to just a finger. He's just using that as the example. He's just saying like
without pointing.
Kamui, you're really making me want to touch the Tsukiyomi topic. I'm not gonna lie, you're really making me want to do it.
This thing is stronger than Tsukiyomi. If you ain't gotta look at nobody, touch him, nothing.
Well, it's more versatile, but the Genjutsu itself isn't as strong.
So, well, Kamui, right there. So why are you saying it's common sense that this Genjutsu was stronger than Kurenai's Genjutsu?
Well, first of all, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think he did say that shit.
I didn't say anything about common sense. I said I'm appealing to hell yeah it is.
Yeah,
like,
Kamui, you can't just pretend like that wasn't your obvious meaning, okay? It was funnier the way you said it.
Y'all both be with these inferred impulses. I ain't with any of that.
No. If anything, King of Chaos. If anything, I brought it back down to reality. Kamui's going more extreme with it than me. I unhyperbolized it. Kamui's thing is hyperbole.
No, all I'm saying is you've watched the Genjutsu, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going with that one being stronger. Like, and I'm not making an actual argument. I'm 100% appealing to just how it's presented.
Okay.
If everyone feels stronger, it's also cast by Itachi. So that's all I'm appealing to here. I'm not making.
Well, how do you judge the strength of a Genjutsu? I would argue one of the metrics would be the ability to break out of it. Kurenai should be able to break out of the Genjutsu easier than Naruto. Obviously, Naruto really struggled, but Kurenai also struggled slightly with hers.
No, she didn't.
She just broke it out
and got out.
Like,
that was so
he
quick.
reversed the Genjutsu.
He was literally swinging on. No, Itachi was swinging on her, and she literally bit her lip and ducked as the kunai was going. They did not take her time.
I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about effort.
Okay,
it didn't take her any effort. All she did was bite her lip.
Effort though. Like, I mean, the lip bite. I feel like that's less effort than weaving chakra. Like, you just
Exactly.
Well, I think that if she could weave chakra, she would prefer to do that.
I mean, would she though? I mean, think about it.
Over physically paining herself? I think so, yeah.
A little bit of biting your lip.
Yeah, you don't know Kurenai like that.
Nah.
I think oh my god, Kamui, don't make that
biting your lip versus chakra conservation. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, we don't know what Asuma was into.
Well, to be fair, the method that Jiraiya taught Naruto there was like the completely stop your chakra or whatever. So I feel like that's like if you don't have another way to break out, that's like a way to do it. Because like if Kurenai would have to turn off her chakra, which would make her defenseless, it probably takes longer. So it's probably a stronger breakout, but it takes longer. It technically has a downside of that moment when you turn your chakra off. So it would be more advantageous for Kurenai to just quickly bite her lip. It doesn't hurt her. She's not in pain. She's not crying after.
It's possible.
She's not worried about it. It's a very good, quick way to break out. But the fact that she can do it that way, it's kind of like, okay, that's all it took.
I mean, Naruto seemingly couldn't have done that.
How do you know he couldn't do it?
Well, first of all, Naruto experienced pain in the genjutsu.
Wait, hold up. Yeah, I don't know if he could have in that genjutsu. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Naruto literally experienced pains. He was hit by kunai or what? Yeah, shuriken. Sure, I always confuse. Yeah, the crows from Itachi turned into shuriken, hit him in like the shoulder and stuff.
I feel like you have to actually break your. I think you have to actually hurt yourself.
Also, you can see Naruto's mouth is bleeding right there. He's in pain.
But like Shikamaru's arms are melting off of him, and he's not just broken out of the genjutsu by that.
We don't know if that hurt or if he just saw that. He probably felt the pain, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can think of an actual genjutsu where they just are feeling pain, and they're Tsukuyomi with Kakashi. Okay,
Tsukuyomi's Mangekyo. That one's
not
different.
Physical pain. Maybe the whole thing is the physical pain breaks you out of the sleep. Like imagine if you were sleeping, you fell out of bed, versus in your dream you're falling.
In the real world, though, I don't think in the genjutsu doesn't matter. It has to be in the real world for it to apply to breaking you out anyway.
I would probably agree, but at the same time, I don't know, because like the way that like mental stimuli works, I don't think Kishimoto would ever think of that on this level, but maybe he did. Like if you mentally feel pain, that's kind of the same thing as physical pain minus the physical harm.
But I don't think Kishimoto was. I understand why you would say that, but I don't think Kishimoto was doing that because I don't think the Tsukuyomi case is the only genjutsu with physical pain. I'm sure there's like 50 others in the story that we're just not thinking of, but they're not breaking out of it, obviously. Maybe. It's also just feels like a pretty obvious genjutsu trick to have people in pain and, whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do think a lot of genjutsu isn't about physical pain. It is about the mental trickery or even the emotional turmoil.
Real quick, if we're going to go with that, okay, the Naruto was in pain and it didn't break him from the genjutsu, so ephemeral is stronger because pain could break out of Kurenai's, but it can't break out of Itachi's. Based on that argument.
No, but again, that doesn't get around my original argument that Kurenai should be much, much better at breaking genjutsu than Naruto.
Yeah, but she's not breaking genjutsu via chakra. She's breaking it through pain. That's just a different method.
Well, Naruto didn't break his through pain.
Yeah, it didn't break. Ephemeral is stronger. So pain's not enough.
No, if we're going to say that Kurenai is a better expert at breaking genjutsu, then I think the pain threshold would be much less for Kurenai.
Well, it depends on how this works, actually.
To be fair, Kamui, I do think that a lot of genjutsu are more subtle. They aren't meant to be over-the-top extreme. It's not about how big you can make it, but about how small you can make it. No, Koto Amatsukami being an example.
Sasuke versus Deidara. However, Kurenai's is not subtle. It's very obviously, there's a tree wrapping you up genjutsu going on.
Well, there's nothing that screams that's genjutsu. In fact, you would probably assume that is ninjutsu if you were hit by it.
No, because nobody's going to think that Kurenai, off the top of their head, has wit style. Like, they're not going to first think that, because wit style is known to be some famous rare thing. Only the first Hokage had. So I don't think they're going to assume that.
I don't think that's fair, because first of all, everyone in Universe isn't the audience. They don't know that. And second of all, there's a lot of civilians as well that wouldn't know that. Naruto thought it was Katra the first 12 years of his life, by the way.
Yeah, but civilians aren't, we're not going to use civilians here, because civilians are going to think all genjutsu are real, so that they're not applicable here.
But it applies even to, like, beginning of series, freaking Sakura seeing dead Sasuke and just assuming it's real, not thinking it's genjutsu. Everyone just thinks genjutsu is real at first.
We're putting them against, because obviously any Itachi genjutsu they're gonna think is real if we're putting them against Genin and Academy students and whatnot. So we're thinking about like Shonin and whatnot, whether or not they're gonna tell. They're gonna look at like what we saw. I understand Itachi and Kisame are not just your ordinary cup of Joe Jonin and all, but like they just look at it, they just know it's genjutsu. Whereas,
besides Kurenai, who was hit with genjutsu,
getting away with it, because his genjutsu just is more. For example, the one he did on Naruto, where he starts off like you're fighting him, and then like the crow gets up and stuff. It doesn't feel as Genjutsu. Obviously, it becomes Genjutsu. He's got freaking Gar coming out of his belly and all that stuff. But like at first, it comes across more like you think you're fighting, whereas you're not actually. Whereas Kurenai's,
exactly.
I feel like it feels more obvious that it's Genjutsu. I'm not saying it's the most obvious Genjutsu of all time. Like I think Taiyuya's is a little bit more obvious, but like,
well, yeah, if the sky turns to red, that's probably Genjutsu. But no, I think Kurenai's is absolutely fair. Like, I also don't think a lot of people in the heat of combat, assuming they even know. First of all, no, I disagree. I don't think that's fair to say, because no one who fights Yamato is like, oh, this has to be Genjutsu. Only Hashirama had this. They're like, oh, this is crazy. This guy has wood style.
Yeah, whereas with Kurenai, they immediately think it's Genjutsu.
Okay, how many people does Kurenai fight?
2 people. She's got an 0 for 2 on this. 100% failure on Genjutsu subtlety.
That's so stupid. I'm not gonna count that.
Alright, so moving past this.
Yeah, we're counting anyone if they hit by wood style. It's the same thing. We're just calling that wood style.
What were we? Okay, I don't remember what we started. Should we just make a new? Oh, Kawaki and Amado. That's what this all started with.
Yeah, the mindset. So I did want to go back to the mindset, Kamui. So really quick. So is your analysis, and it's totally fair if it is, but are you saying your perspective on Naruto and Boruto's mindset is the same? Is that just based on like the fans' perspective, your interpretation of the series, or are you saying that is the case in universe?
Kind of both. I mean, they're literally making the comparisons. Boruto's whole goal is to be like his dad at the end of part 1. In the Momoshiki, they're doing a lot of stuff. Like again, I'm not saying that it's 100% versus 99%. I'm just saying, like, for the more general majority, they are very similar in their mindset.
So yes, I agree they're very similar. I do think Boruto goes further with it than Naruto, rather than at like that exact same level. I think the series is trying to tell us that.
We'll entertain the discussion, but again, I'm not saying part 1 Boruto versus Hokage Naruto when Boruto's dying. I'm saying part 1 Boruto versus part 1 Naruto. Part 2 Boruto versus part 2 Naruto. Like, that's what I'm working with.
No, I understand that, and there's a lot of moments in the Boruto series where they do say that Boruto's just like Naruto, especially like in the time slip arc, or that moment when Boruto is finished training, they're saying on his clothes are dirty, and then Sasuke looks at me, sees part 1 dirty Naruto as half of Boruto. Like, there's moments like that, or like when Hinata looks at Boruto putting on Naruto's part 1 jacket, and she sees Naruto in it. Like, there's moments like that, yes. But that's also not to say that they're exactly like, per se. But I do think, regardless, they're similar. But again, you can say that. I will agree with you from the fan audience perspective. I think that's a valid take. I think in universe, they do take it a step farther, both at the beginning and later on, to say that it's not the same and that Boruto does go farther. For example, I've said it before, but Sasuke saying that Boruto's an even bigger loser than Naruto. And what he means by that, because he does elaborate, he hates losing more than Naruto. I think that's very important for this. Later on in the series, going into the Code arc, we have Boruto just chomping down on those food pills, and Naruto's freaking out. Naruto had, and this is Hokage adult Naruto, had the mindset of, hey, you should probably think about this. Boruto just did it.
Yeah, the problem. Okay, but okay, see, that's where the bigger loser one. Not gonna argue that right now. The pills one, I am gonna argue, because at the same time, again, that's adult Hokage Naruto worrying about his child, doesn't want his child to die from his pills. So not only is that just not applicable there, but also again, part 1 Naruto is running up to Zabuza, who's not even their enemy. The assassin of the Hidden is running up to him. He's not even their enemy. At the point I'm saying he's enemy number 1. He goes into the Chunin exams room and just shouts that he's gonna beat everyone, makes himself a target. Okay, like Naruto's done crazier than the pills thing.
To be fair, you probably know.
Like Naruto talks shit to Orochimaru, like Naruto's done far worse.
You probably know what I'm going to say to that, but I'm going to say it anyways. compared to Boruto, Naruto is less intelligent, which would lead to behavior like that. That's not to say it's the end-all be-all that they can't have the same mindset, but I think you have to compare examples and also compare the context. If Naruto had Momoshiki and was told devour these food pills and you might die, but you might stop Momoshiki, the exact same scenario, what does Naruto do? I also think it's important to consider context. Naruto had no family, no anything. Boruto does, and he's hyper aware of that fact. That's why he couldn't sleep in that one episode when Momoshiki was threatening to take him over. As the episode where Naruto's possibly going to kill him. That's the reason Boruto couldn't sleep in that episode. I don't think that Naruto would have been the same way. Yeah, Naruto didn't sleep that one time when he was anxious to fight Neji, but I think that's completely different.
No,
honestly,
yeah,
but-
he didn't see. So again, like a couple things. So one about the goal or the thing that they're striving for in particular here is going to matter. But there's also been Naruto staying up all night thinking about what Itachi said or Sasuke and how Sasuke won't come back to the village. And
during the shooting star.
Naruto has staying up all night moments too. But
Shooting star.
No, there was a shooting star. In fact, it was really cool in the manga that they didn't do in the anime because it's as Sakura's tear falls, the tear streak in the manga then like fades into the shooting star that Naruto sees. It's really cool in the manga.
Yeah. The anime scene's still really pretty though. But regardless, there's a key difference though with the actual things in particular. The context is very specific because like Boruto's taking these pills. It's a fearlessness of I gotta do whatever I can to not get taken over Momoshiki for my family. So Boruto would rather risk his own life than have Momoshiki kill his family. So that's what's at stake here. Naruto's not really the most applicable here because Naruto's thing is until I become Hokage, I'm not gonna die.
Exactly. So that's the difference.
Because he doesn't want to die because he wants to become Hokage or save Sasuke. So he refuses to die until he's achieved those goals. Whereas Boruto's goal is just a different thing.
He won't become Hokage until he saves Sasuke.
I agree.
Exactly.
So
it's like the guy's just saying, I don't know.
So assuming Naruto's even aware of it, he's not going to genuinely consider it for that reason. But at the same time, it's very likely that Naruto would be told about the food pills, not even listening, just thinking about ramen or whatever, and he would just devour them, not even aware of it. Like it's similar to the Oath of Pain. He didn't do that to get the poison out. Naruto doing that, he would have died of blood loss if not for the Nine Tails healing, says Kakashi. Naruto's freaking out about it.
Nah, he said that if you do that anymore, you're gonna die.
Okay, he did do it to get the poison out, but he was gonna bleed to death if he did that and didn't realize.
If he continued.
Well, no, it's not if he continued. No, he would have died.
You gotta stop now.
No, he said Naruto, if you keep going, you're gonna die.
No.
Like if you keep
Yes,
letting
he
it
did.
No, I think the idea was they were gonna have to go back to the village to get the poison out. Naruto did that, and
I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, no. Here's what it was. Here's what I remember. The wound was deep enough to where if Naruto moved around, he would die.
No.
So they needed to bandage it.
If you go any further, you're
trying to be moved
I'm
around,
sorry, Kamui.
they were like, oh, we gotta do something. And then Naruto's like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of the poison by stabbing himself. Also, the oath, the pain, like the narrative oath thing is very important too. But
which is the important part.
He stabbed himself to get rid of the poison. And Kakashi's like, well, Naruto, you did a good job at getting rid of the poison, but if you keep bleeding out anymore, you might die. So we gotta bandage that up now. Like. And then Naruto freaks out, and then Kakashi's like, he was
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it sounds like we agree based on that.
You will die.
No, I don't think he's saying, oh, the wound is too shallow. You're not going to die from that. You better stop before you go deeper. I think he's saying...
That's what I think he's saying.
No, I think if anything, he's saying, you got the poison out. You went farther than you needed to. You need to stop right now.
Yeah, he's saying... that is what Kakashi is saying. Like, if you keep bleeding anymore, you're gonna die. Now, of course, and then he says afterwards, like, I guess he never really was in danger because of the Nine Tails. So if that was an ordinary person, it's like, yeah, you gotta stop.
They would have died from a hand. What veins and arteries are in your? What arteries in your hand, Kamui?
That's not important for this.
No, it is. It is. Let's start there. I'm gonna break this down science.
Kakashi's not joking. He's gonna bleed out.
He's not.
You can't appeal to science on this because then.
Guys.
No, for one, Naruto would have just died in that case. Like the Nine Tails, he doesn't. If he doesn't
he falls
kill,
over. So no Nine Tails. He falls over there, croaks. Oh no, I bleed out. I die.
No, that's not what Kakashi's saying though, because Kakashi's basically saying a normal person, like, you'd still be alive, but like any longer you're gonna die. Kakashi says afterwards with the Nine Tails is that like the Nine Tails he was never really in danger because of the Nine Tails, basically.
Yeah.
Tracking that part, like we saw him heal fast. What I'm saying is initially for that one, to the best of my memories, the factor was if he kept going, he was not in any danger of like bleeding.
I think part of it is also Kakashi's saying. I think part of it is Kakashi saying that they need to stop to bandage it up before Naruto dies.
Yes. Yeah, they need to bandage it up now.
Or else Immortal, back me up, damn it. Nah, you gotta pick a side. Am I tripping here, Immortal? Because these two are tripping.
Because it doesn't matter what's reality in real life. It's what Kishimoto wrote. Kishimoto wrote it like...
He did not write it like he was going to die from a hand wound.
Well, he did.
Because of so much blood loss.
He wrote it to be like, hey, buddy, we get it. You did it. You did the edgy hurt yourself thing. You can stop now. That's what it looked like to me. And then Naruto does the whole comedic, oh my gosh.
Well, why do you think he's doing that oh my god thing? It's because he was just told he's going to die.
It's a comedic gag.
Because he's gonna. Wait, Naruto's not in on it. He doesn't know. He's not breaking the fourth wall. He's freaking out because he was told he's going to die.
Hey, it doesn't matter. This isn't the real world, so we're not, comparing this to like what a real person would do. Ikimoto wrote that as a comedic gag.
Ikimoto did not write that.
Ikimoto did
as
not
a comedic gag, absolutely.
It's a comedic gag for the audience. It's not funny for Naruto.
Well, yeah, of course it's a comedic gag.
That's Naruto's genuine reaction.
I call him Bakas after that, like idiot. Man,
I don't think so.
I want your take on this. Am I tripping? Or are these two on some?
Also, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay, so I guess they have a point because in chapter 11 of Naruto, I just went back to it. It said,
"Okay, bam, I'll take that."
Yeah, Naruto, we needed free flow of blood to clean the poison from your wound. But if you exceeded the need, you could bleed to death. I'm serious." And he was
I get that part, but I want the context leading up to the whole like if you don't like after he's cutting his hand open and then I remember Kakashi saying, Naruto, if you go any further, like that's all cool and all, but if you go any further, you're gonna die. Then Naruto does the whole poor me, blah 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 blah. Let me see this chapter 11.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go back one chapter.
So it also
go to 10.
So on on page 3, it shows that his hand, the wound is almost healed up, and Kakashi's having this inner monologue saying, I should have guessed it's the power of the Nine Tails Demon Fox. So Naruto,
okay, I'm sticking around. Naruto, it's good that you are releasing poison, but any more and you'll die from lack of blood. Seriously. All right, I take the L, I guess. Fuck me. Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Wow. I remember this from the anime, and maybe I guess that's my L on this, but wow.
No, it's the same in the anime.
He's gonna die from. Yeah, okay.
I'm going. Word for word dialogue in my mind is the English dub Cartoon Network anime. So.
This is
Ikimoto. That was not Ikimoto. That was
Kishimoto.
Yeah, Kishimoto. Yeah. Guy's tweaking. Oh, your hand's bleeding. All the arteries and veins and
See, this is why I like to separate.
People bloodlet. Oh, never mind. Now I gotta let Ood know I was wrong. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. I'll take that L. I mean, I can't deny with what I read.
This is why you always separate the anime from the manga, because there are some.
That needs to be a whole topic. Now, anime,
don't worry. Don't get Oodie started on that.
Well, hey, I don't think we should.
Because here's the thing, it's like, but here's the problem. Like, if you were to, so don't get it twisted. When it comes to anime canon episodes, I mean, actually, no, not anime canon. I don't know. It just to me, it's like when the anime diverges, that's when it starts becoming its own thing.
Phoenix?
But going back to this, it's like,
wait, answer me. Hold up, is this Immortal Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I do know you. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. He said immortal. I'm like, who the fuck is that? My bad. Please keep going.
So what I was gonna say is this: if the anime says something I'm not saying that the anime is completely wrong, but there are times when the anime kind of does say something completely different from the manga, and even manga has different translations for certain things
Shout
like
out to the
in
new JJK ending, right?
Is this the
Yeah.
same topic?
So it's kind of so
Wait, one
okay.
second, Ukun. I want to say I was wrong. Apparently, Naruto was going to die from that weak ass wound. That's your Hokage, by the way. I just wanted to clarify I was wrong.
Well,
I acknowledge the
Naruto
L.
wasn't going to because he had the Nine-Tails Fox, but anyone else would have.
Anyone
No,
else, yeah.
Kakashi said it. He said, "You keep going, you're going to die seriously." He was going to die.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I wanted to say, is that Kakashi isn't joking around, and he's also not the type to joke around. Kakashi's in the first Zabuza fight, he looks over at Sakura, and he's like, oh, don't worry, guys, if we lose, the worst that's gonna happen is we're just gonna die. And then Sakura's like, that's not funny, Kakashi! It's just so stupid. But, like, Kakashi's serious. Like, that's just what it means to be the elite ninja that is Kakashi, this experienced
The anime
Jonin
definitely
battle
portrayed that a little
ninja guy.
different from me, but if the manga's giving it like this, I can't hate. Immortal, I guess my point regarding the whole anime and manga thing is like, yes, I get the manga's the official source or whatever, but I kind of look at them like pictures. Imagine you and I had the same picture.
To be
We
fair,
had
I
two
was
different
thinking of the anime, not the manga.
But we have
I say
we have
that's already
paintbrushes. Damn it, let me finish, fools. We have two different paintbrushes with like different color schemes, right? You get green, blue, purple. I get red, black, orange. The picture is the same, but the coloring's different. That's kind of how I look at it. Does that make sense?
Interesting that
yeah.
you
I
bring up
agree.
colors.
The anime is like
I had a color thing myself.
better in most cases, but
In all
I
I
cases.
really
think
like
for-
the manga.
well, it depends on when the anime makes a change that's worse, because sometimes it does happen. But
To be fair, Kamui, I'll give you this. I do think the manga version of Kurama's death had one line that was better than the anime, or at least the anime cut it out.
Yeah, no, it did. I remember that. People were mad they didn't translate. It's like the whole when Gojo said no instead of
Side
nah,
note-
I win.
Side note, Immortal, I wanted
Yes.
you to go back to that chapter 11 cover in Naruto.
Oh yeah, hold on.
I gotta
Is
go
that
see
not
what
like
it
the
looks
You go
coolest Naruto has ever looked, literally ever?
Let me look at this.
Nah, he does have
Bro's
like,
a
has the kid
hardened
aura.
ninja here. What?
No, he's got a
My
hot.
ninja's got like that many kunai on some like what is he gonna do with all that?
Okay,
I
but why
can't-
not? Dude? Oh my god, for everywhere shirt
Yeah.
Oodie. That's the
Oh
time to
my
say that.
god. Imagine if he did like the 1,000 shadow clones, he just, not 1,000 punches, 1,000 pricks. He's just gonna porcupine them to death.
Yeah, get him on
Yes.
knives or 1,000 paper bombs.
Yes.
That sounds a lot better to me. Everyone put one on yourself, run at him.
I mean,
That's
honestly,
so
no.
good.
See, that's the thing though. If Naruto did that tactic, he just like solos like everybody.
Good, hell. Be like, yo, go in there. Here, you got some paper bombs, right? Everybody grab your paper bomb. Grab your paper bomb.
That's so
Once you
funny.
get within
Everywhere,
range,
paper bombs, jutsu.
I don't
you
know,
what I'm saying?
can
Like
can smoke
you don't
bombs
know-
and paper bombs be duplicated
I don't
I
see
mean,
why
the
not.
kunai
shadow
are-
clones?
The shuriken can and stuff. I mean,
Well,
technically,
shurikens-
ninja bombs
Shurikens
Has, like,
don't
a
have
seal
application
jutsu
or
on them.
function. That's my
Aren't
point
the
here.
paper bombs like a literal bomb though? It's not
Exactly.
It's like a
So what I'm saying, I
Well-
do think they can replicate the paper and the writing on the paper. Will the papers function? Is my question. Will they
Yeah,
explode?
With the paper
think they
bombs, is
should.
it's not the texture of the kunai is sharp and heavy and whatnot, but the paper bomb has like a jutsu seal on it.
Wait,
Exactly.
no, it's not a
It-
jutsu,
it
is
is-
it? The paper bomb's a jutsu, and it's like a summoning jutsu of an explosion. I thought that it was like an actual chemical reaction.
No,
They open
it
like,
just goes off.
ignite
It's not a
the-
summoning jutsu, from what I understand.
Yeah,
I don't
because I
think it's
thought when they
summoning.
open it, the whole thing, you take it out, you put it on somebody, and it starts lighting itself on fire after like friction or some
But
shit.
there's like a
I could have
jutsu
sworn I
seal
read
on
that
it.
stuff was not jutsu.
But there's a
Damn,
jutsu
maybe I'm
seal
wrong.
on it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
I'm
to be fair,
wrong.
Kamui, I don't think that they're sealing an explosion inside of it per se. I
Nah,
think
That's
it's
not what I'm
just
saying. That's
going
not what
off.
I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's like a jutsu sealed into it of some sort.
Oh,
I'm not
I don't
saying
think
say
there's a
like
jutsu
explosion
sealed
style.
into
I'm
it.
saying
I
there's
think
a
it just.
jutsu seal on it. That there's some jutsu aspect to it.
You
So
think so?
I don't
You
think that
it's
there's.
chakra? So you
I
think
don't
it's
think
chakra
so.
based? That's what as I don't think
That's
it is. I don't think
interesting.
it's chakra based.
I don't see
Yeah.
why there would be a jutsu seal. I mean,
I don't think
at
it'd be
the
chakra
bare
based either.
minimum, the bare minimum it would be that the jutsu seal is only preventing it from exploding it until the
agree.
condition of like what. Huh?
That's what I think it is. Yeah, I think it's that it's rather than a jutsu seal, even if they call it that. It's more of like a like the wire trap, like a live wire being set off. It's the trigger per se.
But the question is how that works because like
We
all
don't
you
really
do
know.
is slap it and it goes off. So how does it know?
I don't know. I mean, we see the old man
Wait,
Geno
what
arc,
about
and we see
kunai? Wait,
Ten
what about
dismantling
kunai
him.
bombs though? What about those?
What is it? Kunai
Well,
bomb?
those just have
Kunai
Those
bombs.
just have
Those
paper
are
bombs
paper
on them.
bombs with kunais attached to it. What about those?
Oh, those.
Well, those are
okay.
the same thing. They just have a kunai attached. What do you mean?
If that's the case, like, do
Yeah,
those not
but-
work?
What do you mean? It's
What,
it's
you
the
mean
same
when
as a
shadow
paper bomb.
clones?
It just has a
You're not
kunai
touching it in that
on it.
instance, though. I mean, I thought the whole thing was like the whole with the being a wire thing, using chakra to like unseal the wire. If you're not directly touching it, if you're throwing it and then it activates, like how does that
No, we
work?
know that they don't touch it. They just set it down usually. You can connect them, like in the Old Man Geno arc. He has them connected by strings so they can all go off. But usually you just
Yeah.
plant it as a booby trap for whenever someone walks by or
Can
whatever.
Rock Lee use a paper bomb?
Yes.
He
Pretty
should
sure
be
he
able
does.
to. Yeah. He should be
Yeah.
able to use a paper bomb.
Then I'm saying they're not jutsu based.
To be
I'm
fair,
saying
Well,
some
no,
type
but
of
that
chemical
doesn't really
reaction.
mean
I
that
don't
doesn't
know
necessarily
what.
mean it's not jutsu
Hmm.
based because if somebody else did the jutsu.
Yeah,
would
but
be
he
the point
has to
there.
be the one to unlock. He has to be the one to undo the
Well, not
the chakra
necessarily,
jutsu
because
seal, whatever we're
jutsu-
calling it.
The jutsu
You know, undo
can
the
be
seal.
made. The jutsu can be made to where you don't need chakra to set it off because somebody just made a specific jutsu to where all you got, for example, because most of the times they slap it onto something, it could be a thing to where the jutsu from, I don't know, Teiuchi the ramen guy created the paper bomb jutsu, and he made it so that all you got to do is have it it's got an adhesive side to it. All you got to do is stick it somewhere, and that will be the activation key. To where
The
Rock Lee
clones
or
use it
another
then. Why
civilian
can't
can use
clones use it then?
So the question would be whether, because as far as we can see that a clone can make a jutsu, but have we ever? No, well, I guess no, because Shuriken
Clones should be able to use paper bombs. I'm standing
so the
on that one.
question is, do you think you can shadow clone a fireball jutsu? Not that have a shadow clone make it, it's that the fireball's been made. Can you then shadow clone that already made fireball?
You can
Can you
hold
do-
it in your hand, I guess. If you can
but-
hold it in your hand,
But what I'm saying is, well,
you can shadow clone a
either way.
Rasengan.
so like for example, Naruto has a Rasengan in his hand. Can he not make a second Rasengan, but can he shadow clone that Rasengan?
He's
I
done that
think
before
he
with
can.
with the massive Rasengan barrage.
Actually,
I think
when
it's
he's
done.
fighting-
Actually, he's
not what
done
I'm
it multiple times.
Again, I'm not saying Naruto makes a shadow clone and the shadow clone makes a Rasengan. I'm not
The
saying
shadow clone comes
Naruto
out with a
makes a
Rasengan. The shadow clone Naruto has a Rasengan. He hits a shadow clone jutsu. All of a sudden, the shadow clones that come out are already wielding that same.
When
the
does
Rasengan.
that
They're not a new
happen?
one.
When does that
That's
happen?
what I'm saying.
Does that
has-
happen?
Yes.
When?
Yes, and it's happening. It's even happening in the games. It
Well, I'm not
happened
talking
in
about the
in the
games.
actual. I'll go with the anime.
How about the
but,
manga? Hold up. I do not know about the manga because clearly.
Well, I don't know about the
clearly my
manga
Naruto-
either. I'll
Yeah,
include
clearly my
filler.
Naruto
I'll
manga
include
is
movies. Heck, I'll include
thought I knew.
OVAs. Actually,
Yes, I
there's
know for a
one
fact.
place where you could check. That would be Naruto versus Konohamaru in the Chunin exams. That's the one place where it might be.
I was gonna say maybe like versus Madara when Kurama gives him the power, or maybe versus Kurama himself. But like I'm not sure. Like if that happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think they just
when
take the
Naruto
Rasengan.
was fighting Kurama inside his head, he made a Rasengan. Then he shadow clone jutsu'd out a billion other clones.
No.
that
Actually,
had Rasengan out.
I know that's not true. You want to know why? When has Naruto ever made a shadow clone without making the shadow clone hand sign? He can't do that with a Rasengan. He doesn't. Do
That's
that.
that's the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
Yeah, like Naruto's never done that.
That is a well. Hold up, he has done that. He has made. He did
Not in the
definitely
game,
did that at the end of the series.
We're not going to count
me see
Nine
this.
Tails Chakra, that one exception.
Let me see.
We're not going to count
Naruto
War. We can't do
massive
it either.
Rasengan barrage. I'm trying to see this.
Yeah, but he has to make a. He is be himself.
The
make
Rasengan has to come out with
and
the
then do
clone.
shadow
The Rasengan has to come out the clone. We're all on the same page with that, right? That's a
No,
condition.
the key is it has to be Naruto has already made it Rasengan, and then
then
does
he
the shadow
clones.
clone with the Rasengan still going.
Yeah.
That would be the criteria.
Oh, hold up. Let's see this.
I don't think
So,
he's ever done that.
I know that it's. Oh, Sauron, you're perfect for this, by the way.
Yes. Okay. So wait, we're not counting video games either, are we? Yeah. No. Nah. That's some bull. I'm counting this.
Is it a
The only
cutscene?
video-
Is it a
He did against
cutscene?
Sasuke. I'm pretty
The
sure
only
Kimoto's in these
video
damn
game
games.
cutscene-
Well, I mean, I
the
want to
only
see it
video game
anyways.
Okay,
The
I got
only
you.
video game cutscene that is allowed to
Stage art,
ever be
massive
counted
Rasengan,
is when
Mega Barrage.
Orochimaru cauterized Itachi. No other scene is canon in video games. Only when Orochimaru cauterizes Itachi.
King of
Really?
Chaos, I'll accept it if it's a cutscene adapting the story rather than just
Sage-
some random move.
But this moment, okay. Look, Naruto versus Kurama inside his head. Okay, that's the Naruto.
Can you
versus-
show the cutscene if you can share your
Yeah,
screen?
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the
Okay.
anime episode first, so y'all keep like, oh, that doesn't count. Naruto versus Kurama.
Well,
It is
I'll have anything count, but but to answer
But again-
Kamui's question, oh, go ahead, Colin.
Like I say, but the criteria is.
I
he makes
heard
the
you. I
Rasengan.
understand.
He doesn't stop it.
Damn it.
Okay, let him find the scene. Let him find the scene. So to answer Kamui's question, I understand there's a difference, but I do think.
Hold up, before I do this,
Yeah.
will it matter if he's in sage mode? Will that be
No,
will
that
that be an
doesn't matter.
asterisk? Okay, boom. I just want to make sure. we're on the same page.
Technically, you could argue because
Wait,
nature
here
energy
we
and the
go.
surrounding
Yeah,
energy.
you see,
But
this is why- this is
I already said no. I already said no.
exactly why I
Okay,
had
okay.
this.
You're good.
See?
You're good. You're good.
No, okay. Nah.
Technically, it's
screen?
mental space anyway, so the sage mode doesn't even make sense realistically.
That's fine. But again, because I'm sharing your screen. Because my thing is,
I'm
when
looking
does
at it
Naruto
right.
make
Give me one
clones
second.
without
I'm trying
making
to
the
find the
hand
exact moment.
signs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's not an instance where Naruto doesn't do it without the hand sign. I'm sure he theoretically could. I'm sure we've seen that.
Yeah, but the thing is, of all jutsu, I feel like that's the one jutsu Kishimoto never didn't have the hand sign.
It's the most iconic. But to be fair, Naruto's just doing that hand sign for sport. Like, he did it for the Alliance Shinobi Jutsu. That's not a jutsu. He didn't need to do a hand sign for that.
Okay. He did do that, but he also made shadow clones with that when he did it. So
Oh, did he?
yeah, he makes shadow clones, right? What he says
Hey,
in
let's
Alex
see.
Shinobi Force Jutsu, he hasn't made the shadow clones yet, but he does make it in that jutsu.
That's
He does make
hilarious. I
one.
feel like that takes away from it.
That one doesn't count.
No,
Nope.
because
I'm looking through all the moments.
Other ninja are doing hand signs for their jutsu part of this too. I don't think it takes away from it.
Versus Obito.
It only would take away from it if you explicitly wanted not a single hand sign to be made throughout the entire jutsu, aside from Naruto's hand sign for the jutsu.
No, I don't think that's fair because, well, what do Naruto's shadow clones do with that jutsu?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, I have a moment
there
here.
you go.
I'm counting this.
Well, let's hear it.
They're literally coming out. Okay.
Did in that jutsu
How
period.
This
I only remember that they do like the quick line and
y'all gonna say this doesn't
the
count.
bolted jutsu.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come on.
What's scene? Let's sing here, guys.
He
Let's sing.
hits Rasengan and they all. He literally hits Shadow Clone
Can you
with all
share
three.
your screen game again?
It's a video game, so it doesn't count. I'm looking for
I
one
want
in
to
the
see
anime.
it. I
Yeah,
want to see
anyways, tell
it.
it.
Show us.
You want to see it? Okay.
Yes, I want to see them all.
See it. Even if it
Alright.
doesn't count, we want to see it.
Oh well, then what's the?
It's awesome.
Our entertainment.
I'll tell you if
Okay.
it counts to me.
So this is the
Yes,
moment.
there's
I hope you don't
Naruto.
copyright check for it.
Yeah, here, I'm
Now,
gonna
hold on,
mute
hold on.
it on
I'll
my
do you
end.
one
Well,
better.
hold on.
That's
He's still
okay.
making the hand sign. He doesn't have
Okay,
a
wait,
Rasengan in the
right
hand.
here, right here. Okay, boom.
Oh,
Clone.
snap. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. So Chaos. That's cool. But that's not my criteria. To be fair.
No, and I hear you, but there's an asterisk there on that, right? One,
To be
for
fair,
starters.
Well, do we
These
see?
guys are not 2-0'd up.
Well, hang on. Go back a second, because how do we know those clones weren't already there and or formed their own Rasengan? Because they can do that. In fact, it looks like that's what's happening.
That doesn't count. They were rocks already. They turn. He hit
Oh,
them
but
as
that's
he
like
had
the
them
pain
transformed to
thing, then.
rocks.
They could have the Rasengans but be transformed technically.
Yeah.
I mean, because he had shadow clones. He turned them into rocks. Is how that ended up happening there. Then he undid it. Wait, what about Pain? Didn't it happen? Man,
I don't think they had Rasengans for that. I think they just charge at him, but I don't remember
Yeah.
100% for sure.
No, it's just the
Nah, you're
charge. They're gonna
right.
punch him.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the clones that were when Naruto and Sasuke were fighting? When he literally summoned clones, they all had like 2 Rasengans in each hand, or 1 Rasengan in each hand, and they were swinging at him.
When? You mean the final fight?
Yeah, didn't that happen? Let me
Yeah,
see
but
if I-
I
Naruto
don't
just
remember.
summons the clones, then the clones do the Rasengan. I'm pretty you probably don't look up just Final Fight, but
That was pretty vague.
I mean, I'm happy that the
Shut
Dragon
up.
Ball fight is right there, but
Let me see.
it's good for Dragon Ball.
Blah,
Okay,
blah,
I'm going
blah.
to
yeah, we're
click
brothers.
away for copyright reasons until you find it. But
Huh? I'll mute it. I'll mute it for copyright purposes.
Oh, I already have it muted on my end, but
Cool. And I'll speed it up too, so that helps with that stuff. Oh, I guess I don't need to.
yeah, let me
You know what they should? Okay, I only watched this fight once, believe it or not.
look away.
But
I can't look
not
away.
like because I don't think they really do this. They should have done it like Kakashi versus Obito, where it keeps
Oh,
going
gosh.
back and forth between the part 1 fight and the part 2 fight.
Okay,
because
okay,
the part
how did we
1
get
fight's
here?
my favorite fight anyway. So
Wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
think
wait,
they
wait,
should
wait,
do
wait,
that.
wait,
It's so cool.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. Hold up.
Wait,
How did we get
you
here? Okay,
didn't
so
even
watch this.
only watched it once. Like,
Let's
Okay.
see
actually,
this.
So here's my point.
I'm only
Now
so
you
because
no
of the-
wait, Dude Kun and Kamui Kun.
Let's see this.
How do they have 2 Rasengans in each hand?
Well, by this
do they
point,
all-
Naruto's
you
already
said they-
able to do the Rasengan
All right,
without
do
the.
that.
Alright.
what?
I'm just
Naruto's
saying,
able to do that at this
on
point.
me there a little bit. They all have 2 Rasengans. They're wielding them like, come on. Did they all pause? Like, I'll do you first. You'll do him. We'll make another clone. Then
Well,
you put
first
it in
of
my
all,
hand.
that could
No,
have
yes,
happened.
Naruto
That's what
doesn't do that
Naruto
anymore at
does
this
in the
point.
pain arc.
Naruto's just able to do it like Jiraiya and Minato
No.
at this point in the story.
Yeah, he doesn't need. He can just do them by himself now.
He can do it before this point. He can do it in the war arc.
yeah,
Yeah.
he started it. He didn't learn it
I
on
think it's as
screen.
soon as he
He just
befriends
did it.
Kurama that he.
I think so,
You said
yeah.
at one point Naruto has always needed a clone to make him a shadow clone. Kamui.
Yeah, but
That's
that
since he befriended
stops
Kurama.
once he befriends Kurama. That no longer applies even in space form. You see this? Like a specific scene I can directly point you to is when they right after Gamakishi does his syrup gun on Obito, and Naruto and Tobirama realize that Sage Mode
You're
works
right.
on him.
Yeah.
Naruto makes the one-handed Rasengan and teleports to him.
But
yeah.
he was in Sage mode. That could have amped. I'm kidding. Nah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you're
I've
absolutely
had it
right.
before.
Yeah, he needed other people to help him do it. I mean, even he still needed clones for regular Rasengans before. So yeah, okay.
Even in
Yeah.
I'm
Sage
just
Mode,
saying.
yeah.
I think that if we're saying that paper bombs are actual like jutsu unsummoned or whatever, no, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, here's
Well,
my
again-
thinking,
again,
Chaos.
just
I
be-
don't think they
It
are.
could just be a literal bomb, like ninja tech bomb.
That'll make
and
more
the
sense.
jutsu part is just basically allowing you to time it. It could just be that.
Yeah.
I just
Because
think that Naruto should be touching them on them clones and running in. That's all I'm saying.
But
Put
to
them
be
on the
fair, Kamui,
clones.
I'm not confident that they are a jutsu because I do think that normal civilians can make paper bombs.
Really?
I don't know if there's any data book explaining how that works or not.
Yeah. Where do the ninja tools? I mean, because even
Probably from a
everyone has
weapons
chakra.
expert.
Wait,
Well, because
everyone
think
has
about it.
chakra, though,
Think
right?
about it. You can disable paper bombs without doing anything to a jutsu. Like Tenten just cuts a wire and it disables them, just like a real life bomb. You can just disarm the paper bomb. But here's
Okay,
where it
then-
gets interesting.
Okay.
Here's where it gets interesting because
A
there is
paper bomb
more than
probably
one
goes
way
like
to disable a paper bomb. If you remember
Paper
Kamui,
bombs
the
are
old man
probably-
Geno arc, the elders, they do some hand sign to disable the paper. They might do it to uncover the paper bomb.
Is
I
it
forget.
filler?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wait, isn't that filler?
Okay, it is filler, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So they uncover it. Do
But
they
I think
disable
cut
it?
out of their
I
hiding
can't use
spot.
video games. He can use filler. That's fair.
Well, this is anime.
Oh
but-
wow.
And I was saying you could
Right.
use it. And you also didn't
Okay,
find anything in the video games.
That video game one counts. Those I'm going with the
No.
narrative. They already had the Rasengan
well,
before they
well,
were rocks. That's what I'm
yeah.
going with. That's the narrative.
It objectively doesn't count because my criteria is that Naruto, the real Naruto, has a Rasengan in his hand. He
I'm gonna
doesn't.
find one with this motherfucker because I
What
know.
are y'all
I know.
trying
Wait,
to
hold on. I
do?
got another one. I got you. Okay, massive. I got one for you then. Okay.
Okay.
What is
You can find anything. Movies, OVAs, games. I'm fine with anything as long as it's cutscene.
I don't know what's happening.
Sauron, we're
Alright,
asking,
nah.
can Naruto make can Naruto do the Shadow Clone Jutsu on a Rasengan?
What?
Because we're
not
curious.
Make a second Rasengan, not make a clone who makes a Rasengan, not necessarily make a clone that just poops with a Rasengan, but specifically, can Naruto Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu? Can Naruto do that?
Bam! I got
jutsu
you right here.
on his
Boom.
Rasengan?
I'm
See,
gonna
now
expose
Kamui, because
Boom.
Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu exists, I feel like the same thing would apply to a Rasengan.
All right, you guys ready?
The caveat
I
that you would
would.
present would be the difference between a
Okay,
jutsu
do a
versus anything
Rasengan.
else.
Exactly.
Can Naruto do
Okay,
Shadow
okay,
Clone
okay.
That's
Jutsu
my
on
score.
Rasengan?
Exactly.
I got you guys. Now I want to make sure I understand the criteria. So the condition is Naruto has to have a Rasengan
Yes.
in his hand
Yes.
before the shadow clones, and then
Yes.
they must appear already with shadow. Okay, boom. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Rasengan's in hand.
Um,
Boom.
But hold on, wait, go back for a second.
Yeah,
go back
yeah,
for a
yeah.
second. Go back for a second.
I'll write it.
Slow
Yeah,
it
yeah.
down too. Slow it down too.
Okay, I got you. I'll put it like
Oh
Okay,
my
okay, real
gosh.
quick. Real quick. Addressing the elephant in the room that this isn't a game cutscene. This is just straight up gameplay.
I want to see it anyways. To be fair, Kamui, I'm not
The
going to say
move
it's
is a
not a
cutscene.
cutscene. It's like a
The move
3-second
is-
cutscene
boom.
during gameplay.
No, see, look.
Right,
look,
this is a
real
cutscene.
Naruto.
This is a
The real
cutscene. You can't say
Naruto.
this isn't a
No.
cutscene right here.
No,
This is not
hold
gameplay.
on, King Chaos, this didn't work because the real Naruto no longer had those Rasengans. The
He
clones
had
run with them.
He
No,
had
no,
a
look.
Ras-
No, the real Naruto doesn't have the
Oh.
Rasengan. It's the clones with the Rasengan.
But he had the Rasengan in his hands.
But the Shadow Clone Jutsu hasn't been unleashed yet. He
It
doesn't have
has.
to. No.
So
look,
let's see this.
make
Let's see
more
this. So it
clones
just
now.
cuts to white.
Those clones weren't there.
We don't know because it flashes to white.
So all of these guys
Okay.
made a
It doesn't
Rasengan.
matter, Oodie, because we didn't see Naruto. But again, let's just say
How-
that. But then we never saw
Hold
Naruto
up.
make
I got
those
more
clones with a
context.
Rasengan.
This
in
is
his hand.
not a Naruto that has mastered Kurama either. This
But
is
that
not a
doesn't
Naruto
have to
that's
do with
mastered
what I
Kurama. This is
Yeah,
not
that's
war.
interesting. No, that's very
Come
King Chaos.
on.
But to be fair, no, my thing is we don't know when those clones were made. We don't see them poof in. They could have made the Rasengan themselves.
What?
Two.
Wait, go back, go
back.
Naruto
Or already
had
had it.
Rasengan
Go back.
in his hands. Now it's like, well, he didn't have it all
Oh,
the
no,
way
but,
up.
but,
and every
but,
hold on.
yes. But we don't know when those clones were made. Hypothetically, the clones were made earlier. Okay, they were made before the Rasengan were ever formed. If they
Oh,
were
God.
made in the moment that we see them, Naruto does not have the Rasengans in his hand. That's not my criteria.
But he handed them off. He isn't making any more
But that
jutsu
doesn't
at
matter.
that
That
point.
doesn't matter because my criteria is that Naruto is holding a Rasengan and then does Shadow Clone.
He's okay. Boom. He's holding a Rasengan.
The
You acknowledge it.
Naruto, the real Naruto that
The-
made
That
That
is the
is-
middle Naruto. The middle
that-
Naruto is holding the Rasengans. That is
he's
him.
not making. But Because he's not making clones while he's holding these.
Yeah, he has 2 clones.
Yeah, see, that's not making the clones. That's clones already existing. That's no different than every part 1 Naruto Rasengan.
I'm counting
Ca-
it. I love
King-
you. counting.
So-
I'm
so
counting
Kamui-
it.
Hold on,
I'm
King.
counting
Wait,
it.
hold on.
My
King.
criteria.
King.
I'm valid.
Oh
I'm valid.
gosh.
I'm valid. Nah.
Go ahead,
I was
Immortal.
gonna say.
He saw they're literally spawning. He's not even in sage mode.
Wait,
What?
King.
Let's
Wait.
go
That
back
was a
again, go back
sage
again.
art
Go back to the
technique.
foot-
It's sage
Go back to the
art,
footage again.
But he is not in sage mode. Look. No
When does he
yellow
do
eyes.
sage art techniques outside of sage mode?
Exactly. What I'm saying is he's not in sage mode. So it's not like he has extra control.
Turn-
Blah, blah, blah. He's
Turn,
not master
turn yourself
Kurama.
down. Turn yourself down. I don't know what happened, but you got so loud.
No, you're good on my
Nah.
end. It's just on Kamui's end. That's some weird thing.
I don't know why
all
that
I'm
happened.
saying-
You got
King
so
Chaos.
loud.
Go
I'm
back a
saying-
few seconds. Go back a few seconds before he. All right. All right.
Damn.
All right.
So, Kamui, I do think you should
Yeah, wait,
expand
wait, wait,
your
wait, hold on,
criteria.
hold on.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Hold on. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Go back where?
10 seconds.
Like
10
2
seconds. At
and
least
slow
you
it
get 10
down.
seconds.
Slow it down. Slow
All
it
right,
down.
yep,
slow-
yep, yep. Here he is. He's doing Shackle and Jutsu. Yep, he
He's
is.
got the hand signs for it.
He and the
Okay.
Shadow Clones appear, and
Boom!
he creates the
Rasengans.
Rasengans. They take the Rasengans, and they
Hold up! Wait, no.
blast-
I can prove him right. Ooh. Because guess what? When he made that shadow clone symbol and he formed those Rasengans, that's when they all spawned in. Because he doesn't make the hand sign again. So he literally spawned them with it. He goes shadow clone jutsu, puts his hands back. Boom.
Well, it's
Okay,
cuts to
yeah,
white.
yeah,
We don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. No, but no. But
What
let's
do you mean?
assume that's the case. Let's assume that he made all the shadow clones when he did that first hand sign. We don't see them here to see if they have Rasengans in their hands already or not.
Exactly.
Y'all,
Yeah.
they
I'm,
can
You
form
can't
I'm,
say
I'm
that.
sorry.
in their
The
Hood
hands.
hood's the hood will respect this one. I'm sorry. I'm counting.
You
it.
have
The Shadow Clones can
If the
form
only way
Rasengans
that
in their
you can
hands.
do it is if you literally see Naruto, whichever Naruto makes the shadow clones, he's holding a Rasengan, makes the shadow clones while holding a Rasengan, still holding the Rasengan after the clones, and all the clones have a Rasengan.
Well,
That's the only way it
what
works.
about
You have to
Kakashi
see the
doing it with
clones
his
on
with
with
his
it.
lightning string thing he does when he literally makes a clone, and he like has
I'll
them
just go
like
look it up
dash
myself.
forward, and it's like a string of lightning. What about that? Does that count?
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's like his lightning cutter, I believe it's called lightning cutter, where he makes a clone, and then they like both have a Chidori in their hand, and then it connects some light or lightning or whatever, and it makes like a line, and they just
Oh,
dash forward.
Kakashi. I thought you were talking about Naruto.
What
Well,
about that
first of
one?
all, So wait, well, doesn't Kakashi make the lightning cable after the shadow clone?
Sure, I believe he does.
But then that's not the criteria that we're working with. Like,
So,
for
Kamui,
example,
I want to see.
if Sasuke, okay, well, okay, if Sasuke hypothetically was in his Susanoo and does the shadow clone hand sign, and another Susanoo appears, I could count that because that's a jutsu. Madara did is not that. He made the clones first and then made Susanoo, so that wouldn't fit.
Okay,
wait, hold
Kamui.
up. Okay, hold up. What about the time when Naruto shadow cloned and he made extra Kurama avatars?
That wouldn't be the same because, like,
how the clone is spawning with the avatar. It's literally spawning with the avatar.
Okay. Are we counting that at the? Are we counting
yes,
that?
Yes, we're counting that. What do you mean? He shadow clone. The clone spawns with a Kurama avatar. That has to count, right? So you can clone jutsu, unless we're saying that Naruto chakra mode isn't a jutsu, which I mean, hey,
okay, that's the problem. Okay.
Maybe it isn't. Hold up, is it a jutsu?
I mean, it's a transformation.
It's a jutsu
it's not a
in the sense of
ninjutsu.
it's a technique.
Yeah.
From that, but it's not a jutsu.
I mean,
it's the same as the Shuriken jutsu. That's not actually a jutsu.
It's a jutsu.
We just make
well, no, Kamui, I got a better one for you. Would you say that Naruto at the end of part 1, when he's using his Nine Tails hand to fight Sasuke from a range, when he's using his Nine Tails extending hand, is that a ninjutsu?
In the video games, it is. It has a name.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It's like chakra armed, blah 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 blah, something. Like
that's hilarious.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Naruto's summoning other Kuramas, like avatars.
That's not
that
what
kind of like. Sure, it's not a jutsu. Fine,
God.
It's not a jutsu per se, specifically with a name thing, like he's molding chakra. But like, it is ninjutsu, right?
Well, actually,
right.
You could argue it's ninju.
Splitting Kurama's chakra. He's not making new Kuramas. He's just split. Like when Killer Bee and the Eitos explain it. Kurama is just like getting partitioned. Like he's also
I get that.
Kurama that gives all of them the chakra. It's kind of weird the way it works.
No, and I get that. But what I'm saying is that like he does spawn him with the effect activated.
I mean, to be fair, Kamui, I think that's weird anyways. Kishimoto arguably did this wrong because he's duplicating the Nine Tails' consciousness when he does the shadow clones.
I know it's weird. It doesn't make sense.
Well, he doesn't have he doesn't have the consciousness. He has Naruto's consciousness, I'm pretty sure, right? Like all the other clones don't get both of their consciousness, does it?
Yeah, no, they do because the only way you could say they don't
makes sense.
To be fair, this is Kishimoto's out. Is if you want to say that Kurama's consciousness isn't in Naruto, he's just able to communicate with the Kurama inside of the other Naruto like a telephone. That's not how it's depicted, though. But like for example, when Naruto communicates with the tailed beast, they're not like in Naruto, but they're talking to him. But at the same time, it's depicted as though they're in his body talking to him. So
okay, how do you know that the clones, I guess, have access to Kurama? I mean, do we have any proof of that? Because I didn't think they did. I thought that they were honestly like.
But because we've seen them consistently have access to Kurama,
like remember that to him and shit.
Yeah, like for example, we literally see in the Madara when Madara first shows up at the Alliance. There's these shadow clones fighting Madara, and Naruto talks to Kurama there.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I remember this. I remember. Okay. That is weird. I don't know.
I mean, that's weird though, because like, why is it that Naruto can't talk to Minato's half of the Nine Tails until there's like certain circumstances?
Especially after he's alive, like once Minato gets brought back.
Well, because that one was sealed. That one was sealed.
Wait, no. After he comes back, though, after like Minato's alive, shouldn't he immediately know? He'd be like, "Hey, there's another chunk of me over here, buddy."
I mean, at the very least, it feels
like the yin and yang thing because all the young ones are all yang Kuramas versus like the yin Kurama.
See, that's what I was gonna go with, but it's a weird.
We're giving Ikimoto and not Ikimoto. We're giving Kishimoto a lot of credit here, a lot of rope.
I mean, yin yang also doesn't make sense if one half is physical energy, the other half is spiritual energy, because the Nine Tails is just purely chakras.
And Naruto has both strong physical and spiritual energy. I guess that'd be the best example I have. When Naruto's shadow clones and he makes Kurama, somehow goes with them. Although I guess, hold up. That's only if we're thinking of it that way, though. What if Kurama's the one doing the shadow cloning?
Hey, I'm down with the theory.
Wait, hold up. What if he's the one doing it? So in that case, it wouldn't apply. I mean, they do get clones though. So, hold up. That might prove my point better. If Kurama's the one doing it, then he is. The clones are coming in with the jutsu because they're spawning with shadow clones, right?
Well, yeah, but that would mean that Naruto didn't do it, that Kurama did it, so that it would be the criteria.
Well, it doesn't matter.
That would hurt you.
If someone does it, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter who.
No, because it would mean that Naruto's doing a separate jutsu from Kurama. Then, if they're not, it has to be that the person who does the first jutsu is also the person doing the shadow clone jutsu at the same time. So if Kurama does either part 4 Naruto, it would break the criteria.
Well, no, because Kurama's doing the shadow clone jutsu. Well,
that means Naruto's not doing the shadow clone jutsu then. So it's not that criteria.
Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, I see what you mean. He's not spawning. It's not like Naruto has 3 clones inside of him first. Then he does that. Then, he spawns Naruto's clones. Okay, I see what you mean. Damn.
So
yeah, well, that makes sense really for me still, is if he's the one doing it. But otherwise, I'm counting that because Naruto, summoning another avatar. Hell, that's adjacent. That's Ninshu.
So, Kamui, series of questions for you. Do you think there's anything different between the Rasengan of a normal Naruto versus the Rasengan of a shadow clone Naruto? Or do you think it's the same thing?
In terms of like his power or like other mechanics?
Other mechanics, I guess.
I don't see why it'd be any different in terms of other mechanics.
Okay.
I also think power would be
because we would agree that there is a conceptual difference between the original shuriken and the shadow cloned shuriken.
Well, there should be, but that one's weird because all of like the shadow cloned weapons all work as normal weapons. They don't poof when you touch them. They just are sharp. They just are.
Well, to be fair, Kamui, have we ever seen a shuriken shadow clone be cut? Because keep in mind, the shadow clones, they don't poof if they punch someone. They only poof if they are punched.
Wait, that doesn't make sense either, though, actually.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Every reaction has an equal opposite reaction. I studied that.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense.
So it makes no sense that would work that way.
But that's the way it functions. So we're just going to work with that.
Let me throw this one at you. Okay, I got one. I want to see your thoughts. Okay, so do you remember when Naruto's fighting Gaara?
Yeah.
In the forest, Konoha Crush?
Yeah.
So Gaara, pops clones. He throws them back into trees and they pop, okay?
Okay.
Something else Gaara does is when Naruto and his clones throw a bunch of shuriken at Gaara, he catches them and throws them back too. This is when the clones pop, actually. Those shuriken, I'm pretty sure, hit trees and stuff, and they don't pop.
Well, again, they're hitting trees, but the shuriken aren't
they're not being hit,
damaged.
They're doing the hitting, which is still stupid because, science, but they're not being hit in that instance. They're being either received, thrown back out. Because, you can throw Naruto's clones. Sasuke's done that.
So, as an example, Kamui, let's say that Kimimaro used one of his bones to split the shadow shuriken. Does the shadow shuriken just split and just stay on the ground like a normal kunai, or does it poof away?
The problem is, I think the only time Kimimaro shows that off is just one Naruto throws it. I don't think multiple throw it.
I think when they're the one initiated with it's probably some science of they received the force initially. That's versus they're the ones delivering it. I'm guessing it's something like that.
It could also be difference between durability of hand versus durability of other parts of the body. I don't know.
Or the person, because Naruto's clones, they didn't directly get punched. I remember when that meteor dropped and the plastic guy wrapped him around in a bubble or whatever. Even if he's not directly getting hit, he's still getting bumped around inside there. It's
to be fair, I do think if Naruto's clone just punched a brick wall, that bones probably is popping.
Nah, because Naruto could punch a brick wall.
It depends what point of the series.
Yeah.
Chakra enhancement, blah blah blah, makes them stronger. They do.
Yeah, I'm talking about normal punch.
No chakra enhanced punches, just him punching a tree.
Yeah, because when Sasuke's punching Gaara's sand ball, it's bleeding his hands.
What about when the clones were all fighting each other during the training arc? They weren't disappearing when they were hitting each other. What about that?
Yeah,
it took a minute for them to.
Well, no, they were. weren't they?
Not
What?
after one hit.
Well, what are you talking about exactly? What are you talking
so
about?
But, like,
Naruto was trying to exhaust his
hold on.
chakra
The time
when
skip
training
with
with Jiraiya. He
Yeah.
summoned
You mean in
all
part
of his
1?
clones.
Okay,
Yeah, part
Kamui, I
one.
already know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna dread when you say it. But I know what you're gonna say.
What's wrong?
Because
with
you've
I'm
used
right.
this
They would
against
hit each other
me.
a couple times. Let me double check. I'm not smoking crack. Naruto.
Okay,
training.
Kamui, you gotta say it before King of Chaos looks it up.
Well, I'm not really sure what you're referring to. I was just
So
gonna
in
say
part one,
like
I
what
got
the
you. I'll
scene
point
he
it
was
out.
talking about was.
So King of
Part
Chaos, I'm
1.
gonna break your heart when I say this.
What?
The scene you're thinking of is anime
Don't you
only.
fucking say it.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
then
right.
Yeah,
I
all right,
forgot
all
that
right.
It's
Yeah,
filler. It's not in the
Of course it
manga.
is. Of
Doesn't
course.
make
Of
sense.
course.
I forgot
it
about
is.
that too. Oh my god, Oodie, that's how you. It was so ingrained in my mind that I just forgot
Exactly.
it was anime only.
Exactly. Well, that's why
guys
I
have
had
talked
my
about this
reaction
before,
to
then.
that.
So you guys have talked about this before, like that instance happening, because like I thought that would.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
discussing
the coolest moment in all Naruto.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous.
God.
Hey, I gotta be an old man and go to bed, but I won't be a stranger. I promise you. I gave you guys a full 2 hours too. I didn't even
Did
charge
you really? Has it been 2 hours? It felt like 10 minutes.
And
Yeah,
I bet
right.
we haven't done a single topic.
We've had like 36 topics.
Well, yeah, but
Actually,
we
we were
haven't done
talking.
any real topics yet.
It's kind of
Technically, it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. Well, I said max of 2. So
so you have 45 minutes.
so.
No,
It's kind of
your
crazy.
math is terrible. I said it's an hour. It's been
well, to be fair, King of Chaos, it has been an hour and 56 minutes.
I said it wrong. Okay,
You can see
that's
on my
fault.
screen, it has only been an
Okay,
hour 55 minutes.
It's been 115 minutes.
Hour 55. Haha. You got
So-
5 more minutes.
It's
No,
kind
I'm
of crazy.
sorry, I
We
gotta
were
call
Yes,
you
but
talking.
guys,
Help
we
me
never
out.
really got into this chapter and how we got it.
Yeah,
you
we
guys.
kind of diverge from that.
This is
We
every time I come on their podcast, they do. They start
Yeah,
off with
King of Chaos, we want to hear your
Immortal.
thoughts on
You
Tsukiyomi.
spent 15 minutes asking Immortal to ask me a question that he didn't have.
You know what, Camp Chaos? I think the best thing we can do before you leave is let Immortal finally ask you his question. He's
All right,
had almost
Immortal.
2 hours to think
Yep.
about
You've
it.
been
Go
waiting
ahead.
for it. We know you're excited for it. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got 4 minutes to decide.
Okay.
No, he
So-
doesn't. He's got 13 seconds, damn it.
What do you think about Kawaki's? What would you consider this like a new power up for him in this chapter? Him being able to switch between his defense and offense through, I
setup,
would
man.
say.
I do.
Oh yeah, it
I
is.
think it's a setup for Amato to be able to control. I don't think it's a power. I think it's an active nerf because Amato said keep it on you for whatever, and I can adjust your power regularly. What's going to happen, in my opinion, he's going to find some point where he gets Kawaki in an awkward position. He's like, hey, you want to do it my way? I mean, if you want to live or you want to survive or blah blah blah, whatever, then do something for me. So I don't think it's a power up. I mean, he got 15% more. How much stronger is he really going to be?
Exactly.
I mean, like really,
Yeah.
because Jura was still toying with him. He was kind of useless in the Mamushi fight. I'm very disappointed about his performance there.
Well,
By the way,
just
that's
over-
after
Well, he
power up.
overheated. He kind of
Yeah, I
overextended
know.
himself.
That's what I'm saying. He was
He's
useless.
Choco level.
Realistically, he'll get a little bit stronger, but I think realistically, the
15%.
reason Ikimoto wrote this in is because he realized Kawaki can't get hit. Now he can. So Kawaki can
Yeah.
actually have fights again.
I mean, he had 15% towards defense, so he could have still gotten hit. Like that's not going to keep him from dying at 15%. If 15% is enough to keep him alive from defense, then there's no point ever of even putting the limiters past that. So I don't think that's going to keep him from dying. I think it kept him alive.
well,
but he was useless in that fight
but going
anyways.
forwards now that he's at 100%, he needs to be able to change it so he doesn't have 0% defense because he would just die immediately, apparently.
Yeah, so I
guess.
do think it's like for Ikimoto's purposes, that's probably why he did it first and foremost, and I think it makes sense. Good idea. The only thing I'll say though is, and you didn't have to kill Kawaki for this. Instead of Kawaki overheating, what I would have, because honestly, okay, I understand what Ikimoto wrote about the overheating thing because of too much power, blah blah blah. But I have just a better idea because that doesn't make sense anyway, and that's just have Kawaki get taken out by a pretty weak attack. And then Amado says, Kawaki, the only reason you survived is because you had 15%. If you had 0, you would have died. So you just have Kawaki get hit by like just, I don't know, a freaking Mamushi fire style. I don't care what it is. It's just something that's not strong. And he's taken out of the fight. He gets caught off guard by it. And then Amuro could say, hey, when you're caught off guard, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like there's infinitely more ways you could do it that would have made more sense given what the stats are versus what Ikimoto actually did.
Be a lot better.
All right, nerds, I'm out of here.
Okay.
But
All
Real
right.
quick, Gamecast, did you want to see
Alright,
like
bye.
a 10-second clip that I had here?
Sure.
Okay.
Watch stream.
So this is not Kamui's criteria, but it is one of the things I referenced. So this is Naruto versus Konohamaru in the tuning exams. We see that Naruto... Here, we'll go back a little bit. Okay, so they fight. Oh, and he throws a smoke. Oh, what's
Can't see
Naruto
the
gonna do?
screen.
So Konohamaru... wait, what? Can you see the screen?
There, now I can. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Konohamaru, he throw... Oh, they're about to find the tuning exams. Whoa, Naruto looks so weirdly different there, but ignore that. Oh, whoa, they're about to fight. Whoa, that's crazy. We're going to speed up a little bit. And begin! Oh, there's the smoke. Oh, and then here comes Konohamaru through the Sengon.
Can you... I can't see your screen. It's just a spinning wheel for
Well,
me.
Kamui, I'm explaining it.
I'm watching
I can...
I'm seeing it behind the stuff blurred to prevent copyright. I see the scene you're talking about.
Oh,
I
you
thought
mean
about
you're
that
watching on
but I was
YouTube.
confident
Here,
I
I'll
was gonna
just
get hit
stop
with
streaming and restream then on Discord for Kamui and sake, I guess.
No, I see it. I don't know. I guess when I looked at that, I figured that it would be. Oh, there it is. I figured that would be considered, filler because it didn't really happen.
I mean, yeah, we're looking at any scenario. We're looking at the movies. We're looking at anything. So, anyways, OVA, Naruto versus Konohamaru tuning exams. They're fighting. So Konohamaru's coming in with Rasengan. It knocks some rubble up into the air. Everything is. Oh my gosh, so then Naruto, he has a million clones with the Rasengan. To be fair, those all off screen. But it seems like the clones are forming the Rasengan. They each also have their own clone with them to form the Rasengan. Yeah, exactly. So just one of the instances I remember that I wanted to bring up.
I'm kind of mad that Naruto lost because he activated Sage Mode.
That was
pretty
yeah, that was dumb.
It doesn't make any sense. They just said that because they felt like it.
They wanted to be haters, like, oh, can't let it be too easy on them. What? I guess your enemies aren't going to use Sage Mode in a fight. Anyways,
they let Naruto use the Night Tails.
Yeah, he was a kid.
That's allowed.
Yeah, good point.
There isn't new. He sensed it. It said that's the Night Tails. Genma and all those other people sensed it, so that's the Night Tails. Like they all knew.
Well, everybody subscribe to the Walky Talky podcast. Ood-kun, Kamui-kun, Immortal-kun. I love you guys, and thanks for letting me be back. I won't be a stranger, pinky swear.
Here's Gara with a green hat.
When
that
Bleach
looks
comes
cursed.
out, I expect you guys to cover it.
I like how Oodie's not even listening.
Yes, I expect you to come back more recent than this last time.
Ooh,
No, you're absolutely right.
Got you
Shoot.
there.
Hey, text me tomorrow. Let me know you guys are on. Hopefully someone doesn't need a whole 3 hours to be ready.
Well, are you free Thursday night?
I feel like there's something happening. Yeah, I'm free. I can't think of anything.
There you go. Thursday night sounds like a plan, I think.
Thursday night.
Bro, this
Okay.
is crazy.
This is fun. All right, gents. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
See you soon.
Bro, where is this? On the top of whatever this is.
I walked away. I gotta use the bathroom, so I did
Of
not
course
see
you
it.
did. Okay. Mortal, do
It's
you have
fine.
any ideas for this?
I
is?
can't hold this anymore.
Just a giant smoke cloud.
See, my first thought was this was inside of Konoha after Pain destroyed it. They just had like the tuning exams like the next day before the village is rebuilt. Now I'm changing my mind on it.
No, this is in Land of the Wind. It's probably like somewhere next to Sunagakura.
It probably is, but where is this? What is this? It's cool. But like the arena doesn't even fit on it. It's like expanding beyond the limit is.
Describe what you're looking at.
Kamui, you'll just have to see it later. I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, that's about as zoomed out as it gets right there. So, okay. Well, it looks like a question mark here. Well, ignoring that, so Kamui, let's expand your criteria, or at the very least, I'll ask some leading questions. So okay, actually, I already did this. So, okay, the Rasengan is the exact same, fundamentally wise, between the original and the clone. They're both chakra based as opposed to the shuriken, whereas the original isn't, but the clone is. So, expanding your criteria, would it count if a shadow clone with a Rasengan was shadow cloned?
I like. What do you mean when you say that? Just to clarify.
So either the clone itself duplicates itself with the Rasengan already in its hand, or so basically Naruto when he fought the Third Raikage, if that clone did that, as opposed to that being the original, obviously, which I think that's definitely more fair to say. Or if the original Naruto was next to the clone and shadow cloned the clone holding the Rasengan.
That's fine with me. I think that's would be no different to me.
Okay, because
In
you
terms of
could
like,
argue.
if he can do that, I would consider that basically the same. Because fundamentally, well, okay, hilariously, this I don't think happens. So like, but we're gonna ask the question because to me, this will be the same concept. I'm gonna first say what it's not. It is not Naruto himself making shadow clones of himself. It is not the clone making shadow clones of itself. Specifically, I'm imagining a scenario to where Naruto makes shadow clones of his shadow clone. Can he do that?
That's so
To make it more of like a way that would visually make sense, let's say Naruto makes a shadow clone, the shadow clone transforms into Sasuke. Can the Naruto that's still Naruto do the shadow clone hand sign to make more of those Sasuke's? But it's not that he's gonna be poofing a transformed shadow clone like the Akamaru situation in the Kiba fight, but specifically he's shadow cloning the Sasuke shadow clone. Like,
Kamui, I would
that?
want this to be like Naruto's 99% accurate portrayal of himself in his own mind, to where over time he's going to repeat the same process with that shadow cloned shadow clone, like 40 to 50 iterations. And it's going to be like whenever we share our screen at the same time and watch each other's shared screen, and it just gets like blurrier and blurrier until it's eventually unrecognizable.
Yeah, so like it should be like the Kabuto photos with Dancel, like that idea actually.
Yes. Or like the Ishiki
So
photo
cool.
we were working with AI and the Gemini thing in the bottom right corner just constantly changing.
Another one I'm curious about is so Naruto makes a shadow clone. Can adult Sasuke shadow clone Naruto's shadow clone? Like a whole different person. Could Sasuke do that? So it's Naruto's shadow clones here. It's not a Sasuke that looks like Naruto. It's not stronger. No, it's Naruto's shadow clone, but Sasuke made it.
Let me take that concept a step further. Can Naruto actually use Kekkei Genkai? Is Kakashi wrong? Could he have shadow cloned Haku's ice mirror?
Exactly. Like, can he do? Like, I feel like if he can do one, can he do all? It might lose some functionality.
Bro, at that point, if he can shadow clone particle style.
Oh my god. Or honestly, just even something that's more like he just shadow clones Stator's bombs, his landmines. Bro, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need to activate anything.
To be fair, particle style, literally unironically, of all of the ones, this might be the one that he couldn't do, because it just doesn't have a physical anything. Like, even lightning is physical. I don't think particle style is physical in the first place. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Rasengan's just chakra, so...
Yeah, but that's like a physical thing. I don't even know what is particle style.
Yeah, I don't really know
like,
what
you
it
can't
is.
touch particle style. You just phase right through it. Like, I don't know. It's like a hologram.
Weird,
It's a light. I guess a light has a mass to some extent, so maybe. I feel like he would be able to do it to a truth seeker orb. He'd be able to do it to a truth seeker orb before he could do it to a particle style.
Oh my god, bro! But if he did just particles, if he just shadow, Naruto didn't need to worry about his truth seeker orbs going down. He could have just shadow cloned it back. He never needed to lose them.
Oh, that is very stupid. At the very least, we know that Naruto does have the shadow, or he does have the Truth Seeker orbs at his back when he makes the shadow clones, and the shadow clones don't have the Truth Seeker orb. So that is evidence to say he can't shadow clone the Truth Seeker orb.
That could be evidence. Yeah, we could. I mean, technically, Kekemura maybe, but I feel like that's actually pretty solid evidence for you not being able to shadow clone a jutsu. I know it's a specific peak pinnacle jutsu and all, but like, there is that.
There, at the very least, the clones are in KCM when he does a shadow clone, so they're already in it. They don't go into it. But again, I wouldn't consider that necessarily a jutsu per se.
I know. If we're going with the data books, yes, it's technically a jutsu, but
then at the same point, then so it's Sage Mode. Sage Mode is a jutsu, but it's not a jutsu.
Exactly. Like it's a form. It's not a jutsu.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Sage Arts exist, it's not Sage Art, Sage Mode. It's not what it is.
It's like any other form. Whenever Naruto has the red eye of the Nine Tails, the clones get the same thing. It's the same idea.
Yeah, we're not calling it the red eye jutsu.
Yeah, exactly. Just features.
Although that being said, it would have been cool if Naruto's QBI's Fox was actually written to be like the Sharingan counterpart, where like Sasuke uses his Sharingan and Naruto counteracts it with his bananas. That's kind of the case in a way, but not really.
I mean, that would really go with the whole from bitter rivals to monsters thing that was happening at the end of part 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So I did want to just to address the elephant on the camel's back. So I did want to just address that really quick. I had thought already, before even bringing the concept up in the first place, I had already considered tandem paper bombs. Something I'm surprised the conversation never even once even alluded to.
I didn't even think about... Well, hold on, I'm gonna go look up the data book, because what is Tobirama doing? I don't think he's doing shadow clones.
No, I think it's something special. I think it is something fundamentally similar to the Shuriken Shadow Jutsu, because I do think that it's the original is different from the duplicated. I think the duplicated are made of chakra, but I think it's just different. I also think that paper bomb itself might be different from a normal paper bomb, but I'm not so sure on that.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could find... I don't know what the...
It also uses Edo Tensei for some reason, somehow. Does make sense?
Yeah, like Tobirama, instead of his normal paper, is like made of the paper bomb paper. I think it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't find an image of it online, and the only thing I'd be able to find is eventually the Japanese. It'd be too annoying. So
okay. But you could argue that Jubito, the reason he can stop Tandem Paper Bomb is because of the nullifying chakra element of the Truth Seeker orbs.
You know what?
Which is why they stop exploding.
So then we have to... Okay, so then this gets... Okay, depending on what those paper bombs actually are, you get into an interesting thing. Because it nullifies ninjutsu. Which would... It depends on if those are shadow clone paper bombs, maybe this doesn't necessarily apply. But if those are paper bombs, that would suggest that paper bombs are jutsu then, because they nullified the jutsu.
Well, not necessarily, because who's to say it would have nullified the original? The original exploded.
Well, but say the original would be a jutsu then, because can Obito nullify not jutsu?
Well, because here's what I'm saying. Like for example, Tendo Pain, not Tendo Pain, but the 6 Fads of Pain that can absorb jutsu. I think they'd be able to absorb, for example, the shadow cloned shurikens, but I don't think they could absorb the original shuriken. I think it's the same for the paper bomb.
Hold on. Okay. You can disagree if you want, but I think I have actual legit evidence that the paper bomb... Okay, assuming Tobirama's Tandem paper bombs, at least the original, is a paper bomb. It's not like a different thing. It just is a paper bomb, assuming that for a moment. So, okay, I'm gonna also preface this by saying I think it doesn't really make that much sense that this is the case, but
just in
the
general.
weaknesses to the Tensho Jerky were Senjutsu, obviously, and Taijutsu. That works on them.
Did they say it's a
Taijutsu
weakness?
Not being ninjutsu or genjutsu. Taijutsu just being physical attacks.
Did they say it's a
that would
weakness,
suggest
though?
to me that like a kunai should also work. You see Sasuke's sword slice through Madara, it works.
Well, here's the thing, Kamui.
So
here's my question. Do you think to do taijutsu, does that necessitate the usage of chakra or not?
No, it doesn't. Now, The Gates case, yeah, but taijutsu in general, no.
Okay. Do you think
Because
any
real quick
movement
to
can be
clarify,
classified
because
as
Guy,
taijutsu?
unless you want to say it's a retcon, Guy specifically states when the lead flashback of Primary Lotus that this jutsu is different. It uses chakra, so it's different from normal taijutsu.
Okay, that's interesting.
Also, the Ebisu explanation would also suggest that most taijutsu doesn't necessarily.
Well, the
use
Ebisu
chakra, it
explanation
uses
doesn't make sense for a
stamina.
variety of reasons, but I agree.
Okay.
But I was considering that. In fact, I considered that before the Might Guy one that you mentioned, which is interesting.
The Might
but-
Guy went just as direct as it can get. So,
But yeah, so obviously some ninjutsu requires the usage of chakra. Do you think that chakra do you think Lee could perform those taijutsu moves against someone like Pain who could absorb just ninjutsu?
well, that's what's weird, because the other thing I was wondering about would be like Samehara, like, you know how he like strips the cloak off of Killer Bee or Naruto when he just literally just swipes the cloak. So could he just like do that? But the problem is, well, seemingly, because he doesn't seemingly do that when he hits Guy, but does he ever hit Guy with Samehara?
Like you would think
Guy
that
does Asakujaku from a distance, and then Asakujaku gets the sharks from a distance in the second fight, but then he does Hirodora, which is what hits the super shark bomb. That's just air pressure, but that's not Guy himself.
So low-key, Kisame might have been accidentally a hard counter to Might Guy. Just not in the way that it actually played out.
Well, to be fair, that would require Samehara, I guess, but...
Well, yeah.
Okay. Issue is that Guy played the range game.
Hilariously, then how about when Kisame fuses with Samehara?
See, that's the thing, though. If Fuse Kisame might just slam Guy out of the park, bro.
Exactly.
To be fair, though, he might just do that anyway, because I think Fuse Kisame is kind of underrated. I mean, ignoring the fact that Guy's drowning in the water, but like... Well, it depends on whether Guy's 7th gate, you know how it kind of blew back all the mini sharks and whatnot? Would it blow apart the bubble? Because it didn't like blow the whole wave away or anything. It just blew away the sharks. So
I mean, in the 6th gate,
the bubble be safe?
In the 6th gate, he's blowing away the 30% clones of water when it's like around him. He's not being touched by the water when he activates the 6th gate.
But what about in the 7th gate scene when they're like underwater? Is he like touching in the water?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No.
But
I think he can also
control because
it.
of that. Well, okay, ignoring the fact that he should run out of oxygen because of the enclosed space, but ignoring that, Kishimo's probably not going to write that. So he might not drown, but then you have to ask, okay, so who's superior, though, in this case? 7th gate Guy running around or Fuse Kisame swimming around? Like, who's got the edge in terms of just like physicals in that state? I don't know. Because like Fuse Kisame would just ballowing around V2B. That was not a problem for him.
Bro, screw Hanzo's fighting underwaters when he's strongest thing. That's already Kisame's thing anyways, applied to Kisame. Exactly. Bro, that's the fight we should have got. Screw the shark versus the octopus. We should have had a 4th round of Might Guy versus Kisame. The strongest in the water, fighting in the water, versus the strongest on land, fighting on land at the same time against each other. That's what we should have got, bro.
That's so cool. That's like, instead of they screw the strongest sorcerer of today versus the strongest sorcerer in history, it's the strongest water fighter in history versus the strongest land fighter in history.
As they fight on land versus in water, they're both at their strength and max power.
I'm thinking like it's like Pokemon Kyogre versus Groudon, like the land one versus the water one. That's like Kisame and Guy. So, but the funny thing is, like, I'm imagining it this way. So Guy's in the water, but he's blowing the water away, like you said. So he's actually on land. Kisame's on land, but he's in a bubble of water, so it's like he's in water.
Exactly. No, that's exactly how Kishimoto would write it for the start of the fight, for the reveal. Kisame does his massive water bubble thing, and then says, too bad for you, I'm the strongest when I'm in the water. Then my guy does his thing, too bad for you, I'm the strongest when I'm on land. It would end the chapter there, then we go into like a 10-chapter fight.
Everything cool. I know, bro. Like, oh my god, I love Guy Kisame, bro. It's the coolest thing ever. I gotta say though.
All right, we have hit that marker. I'm glad I came here. This Orochimaru topic was really fun.
Yeah, perfect timing.
All right, I'm gonna go prepare my responses for a particular person. Bye bye.
Well, that was vague, but
Oh,
all
for
right.
Miss And?
To Blanco?
Yeah.
Real
Hold
quick.
on, I
did
need,
we
I need a
address that?
better bye than
Oh.
that. Bye bye.
Bye.
There we
There
go.
you
That's better.
go. Perfect. Oh, by the way, this was the Tuning Exam Arena from earlier that you went to see. That you couldn't see. Yeah, like, where is this?
That looks kind of similar to the one in the filler for Naruto Shippuden Sin over the time skip Sand Village tuning exams, but so I'm presuming the Sand Village as well, but
Okay.
it's got its differences. I feel like that's like where they were going, but they never got there because it ended early.
This is the most zoomed out image of it we get. Ignore the giant desert in the background that kind of maybe gives it away, but that could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Is the Boruto just like Naruto in the room with us? Shout out Millennium Mikage. And shout out Miss Anne. Koji is the straw that broke the camel's back. I read both of these when they first commented them hours ago. The manga is so boring. But there you go. Well, Kamui.
So I never did do my long Koji topic. Again.
Okay, next time! To be fair, I don't know how I'm ever going to fit in that hot boy spicy thing, which, by the way, you were right. It's kept going on.
Yeah.
In fact, I might as well just show you how much I wrote just today on it. He doesn't care, bro. Okay, so this isn't it technically. Okay.
Oh
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop and redo because it's being dumb. Okay. So I'm just gonna scroll. So this is starting it at the bottom of it. I'm gonna scroll up. So this is all from today. And or technically last night because I got tired. Okay, that's it.
It's just you.
Just me, yeah. This is all me responding to his things.
I don't even know how you can. I mean, you could. See, the problem is I don't think it's gonna do it right. You could have ChatGPT summarize all of it.
I was considering that because
we should probably start doing that for our long topics, but we also want to present it our way. But
exactly,
oh my god,
you can't summarize it all. The whole point of writing it long is because it's long.
Yeah, this would be inconvenient.
All the time.
So inconvenient, especially now. But getting ChatGPT to summarize Jonathan Oliver's messages from those back and forths could be really funny.
That would be hilarious. But yeah, no, all of this that I've been scrolling is all the topic. So either we're dedicating an entire stream just to this and not elaborating for parts of it, or I don't know.
Yeah, what was the topic about again?
Why Sarada's glasses are bad versus why he's defending them.
Scroll.
By the way, I haven't checked any of these, especially these, because my phone's been charging. But I can imagine what they were when you texted them, because I got the idea of when you texted them. But a little bit late now, but that's okay. Well, I'll check them in a second, because we're ending stream.
Okay.
Well, regardless if Ikimoto failed, Orochimaru and Genma certainly succeeded.
Yeah, we did not fail on that one. One of these days, the problem is, I don't trust anyone else but us to properly do it. But I want someone to make a tier list of all their rewrites.